And we're live. Welcome to the Woodness Guild. I hope you guys enjoy the sound quality that we have right now because we spent a lot of money and we've been trying to use our new sound system, our new audio equipment for like several months, and we just realized that the entire time that we've been using it, we haven't been using it. So I hope that laugh came through crystal clear and didn't bother your ears any. Before we get started tonight, let's go ahead and around the table. How is the False Life Dice going?
Good.
Really good. We're gearing up for a new shop drop. We've got a lot of dice sets that are just...
That you need to sand.
They're gorgeous.
And polish.
You know what? You find me a hyperbolic time chamber and I will sand them all.
I need one. So bad.
If you find one, please share that.
Right.
Don't be stingy.
The dungeon fort said sounding good.
Sounding good.
Yeah.
Speaking of the dungeon, are you guys done?
Yeah.
Speaking of the dungeon fort,
No, that's time now. Before we go,
they sponsored us last week,
yes.
and I believe
I will
that
be
we
speaking
are.
of Dungeon Forge. Give me those papers.
We are giving out kind of like a
You
recompense
take one. Nope.
apology.
Take one. Pass it on.
Take one, pass it on.
You
guys.
can have one because you're going to be in the last. You're part of the very last line.
What the fuck is this?
Just
word?
read it, dude. Just read it. You just read it. That's all there is to
What
it.
is this word?
Just read it.
Oh,
Word? Let me see.
you also need one. Well, one of those was for you.
What? Why am I the first one to say this
Hells
word?
to the yeah.
Which one?
Process.
Why are we so
Thank
close?
you.
Shaka bra.
I don't know.
No, bro.
Why am I...
I feel
Are
like
you
I'm
like...
bumping
Do you have any
elbows.
room over there?
Jesus
We
Christ.
are awkwardly close today.
Yes,
No,
we
this
I
is a
don't
different
know.
table.
It's not a different
No.
table.
No.
Same
Table.
table.
What's
Same
going
table,
on?
new audio system.
I can't scoot over. I'll be off
You guys
camera.
just got
New
That's
audio
fine.
exists.
I can see just a tad.
Yeah, you're good. You just
God.
get a little more.
I don't want to be close to her.
Well, that's your wife.
Our
So.
thighs
I
are
know. I already
touching.
made that mistake
Ooh.
once.
Anyways, what were you saying about the dungeon fort, Chris?
Anyways.
Okay, well, yes. So last week we had shitty sound quality because we don't know how to press the button that says
The right button.
Use your mics instead of use the camera mics. But we figured that out.
We figured it out.
because we're technologically advanced.
These are just props.
Yes, yeah. All of our mics in here. Are
Fortunately,
just props.
nobody's ever seen them, so nobody can be like, why is their sound quality such shit?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a waste of our time to put up.
But we were sponsored by the Dungeon Forge last week, and we had a great little Tortle campaign thing that we did. One shot. I don't know why I said campaign. One shot that we did because they sell these dope freaking what do they call them? I put it on here somewhere. Encounter sets. They sell these dope encounter sets. Go check out thedungeonforge.com, and hopefully you enjoyed this little bit of. Please, Mike, see the first one that you say and what
Yeah, no, I
what
got you.
need. Okay.
I already,
Okay.
dude, I've already,
Okay.
I've screened this whole.
Shaka bra. Shaka.
So disgusted.
Yes, no, we had a great pirate one last week. It came out very shitty. I giggled to
Like
myself.
most pirates, you couldn't understand what you guys were saying, so
Yeah.
I feel like it was just true to the audience.
So unfortunately, we can't do a pirate one again because Chris is just running out of things to have.
You've done one commercial and you're running out.
I don't do
Jesus
that.
Christ, your creative depth is low. What about the
what's happening to me?
What about the Dungeon Forge?
Well, anyways,
Hey, I couldn't write a commercial, so props to Chris.
so we decided to
Right.
come up with a new little act. Everybody, here we go.
Oh god.
Me.
What's up, bruh? What's got that face looking like a shreddable wave?
Got up for down patrol, brah. Hoping to hang 10 and get pitted on some bomb barrels.
Yeah, I feel that. I too was hoping to get to line up and get locked into a tube. Enjoy the mac and drops with my namers.
Bras says the vibes are down today. I was also hoping to get some noodle arms paddling into the nugs. But there is no reason to look like you just purled into a Rico ending rail bang.
Dude, I couldn't agree more with our brasette.
Line.
Line, but we.
But we could get racked over. Sorry, breathe. But we could get racked over trying to have some
God, dude.
pop-ups on those maxed out messies. Every chunder we ripped through would end in gnarly kick-out.
What language are you speaking?
Surfer, bruh.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Plus side dudes, now we get to throw up some shaka bras. Don't want those. Put back some za, pound the brews and down and cook up some good D&D stories.
Broskies. I'm totally down to hit the D&D heavy. That will get my header-esque mood out of the soup. We can even line up our Dungeon Forge encounter sets and hit it amped.
That's an
idea,
That's
bruh.
an
I'd
idea,
agree,
bruh.
idea, bruh.
Using our Dungeon Forge encounter set is like putting an A-frame and popping out hot.
Ahoy, mateys. I'm just a sea dog, but I'd be shark bait if I going down on Davy Jones' locker. If I wasn't offering to join ye in this mission on ye use Dungeon Forge encounter sets with a little planking game action.
Old Salt Bra, we crested that too last week, bro. This week's Surfer Bro week, you Grom? We are hanging loose on the gun and busting out. That said, you're more than welcome into the house, bra, for some Zod D&D with the Dungeon Forge encounter set, bra.
Well, maybe this will get me on your good side. What did the ocean say to the pirate?
No, I'm not really sure I answered
Nothing,
that
it
one,
just
bra.
waved.
Bra. That was as good as ripping under the curl of a wave, bra. You made me want to drop in and hang 11 right into your arms with a laugh and glee.
That'd be like finding some fresh booty on a fresh deck, opening it up, and seeing your eyes that shine like the beautiful pearls.
Roz.
I too would enjoy that.
Roz, you're getting totally off topic. Like a groom Jake on a juiced wave, rubbing me into the riptide. Let's all just appreciate we get to use the Dungeon Forge encounter set and throw back some brews together.
You be right. Time to abandon that ship. Let's go to thedungeonforge.com and get our encounter sets and maybe some other miniatures and be on our way.
Fucking cat.
That was
Go
beautiful.
down on stage.
Going down on James Jones' locker.
Down on
I think
Davy
I
Jones.
may have misspoke.
Oh, hanging 11, by the way, that's when you surf naked. Learn that term
Beautiful.
today.
So in case you guys didn't know, the Dungeon Forge has a lot of encounter sets and miniatures that are very custom and very unique to their build style. They're all original. Go check them out at thedungeonforge.com and make sure you stop by Instagram and check them out at the Dungeon Forge. Like and follow their page. I believe they're still doing the Kickstarter? Or is that ended?
I cannot answer that question for you.
There may be a
I
Kickstarter.
think
Follow
they
it.
met their goal, but
We
I
may have
think
met
you
some
still
past
come back
goals,
in.
Yeah,
right?
they met their goal, then they passed. They met like another goal.
Yeah, some gateway extension goals.
Yeah, an
You
extension
can probably
goal.
still back it.
Yeah, so you probably
Go
could
check
still
them
go
out.
back.
Their stuff is seriously so good.
It is
really good.
Quality.
Use it,
Yeah.
solid
It is so
quality.
solid. It doesn't
I
feel
painted those
flimsy.
little SOBs
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Chris,
yeah.
and they were
Those are
wonderful.
Mike helped me paint those. So.
Yep.
Yeah, seriously, they were good.
Well, I'm glad we all got to laugh at that. I feel a little better about the
I'm
next
so
time I have to do
sweaty.
this. Yeah, trust me, I'm sweating
I
too,
was
and this
dying.
sweatshirt's about to
Yeah,
come off.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure we got an extra voice that isn't seen on screen laughing
Yeah,
on the camera.
Good.
They
That
did,
means Chris did okay.
Dungeon Forge did say it has ended, but the pledge manager coming on the 31st.
Okay,
Ooh.
dope.
Okay.
31st.
On the
Check
31st,
it
so
out.
go check that out on the 31st or beforehand, so you
But
know what's
definitely
going
just
on.
go to their website at least and look. And,
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope, dope,
So
dope.
we got some cool shit. They sent me some things.
Thank you, Dungeon Forge.
Did you actually hear us do that?
Anyways, moving forward,
Amazing.
how's the TikTok coming?
It's coming. We're getting there.
It's
Moving
not-
right
You know,
along.
That's
It's not
TikTok.
Coming.
Eventually.
Our TikTok will come the same time that Black Widow comes in theaters.
Yeah.
Awesome.
By the time Vine
That'll-
comes back around, we'll be on TikTok.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I haven't
Aging
seen the
myself.
Vine.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
just a little bit.
That was back when vaping
We're
started.
young.
Look
Shocking,
at all
bro.
these chickens.
Look at all these
Best
chickens.
Vine ever.
And
That
I
is literally one of my favorite
think
videos.
that is it until let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of the Witness Guild. Empty bladders, fresh beers, go.
Dear Lord Chris.
English to surfer.
Like,
Translated.
yeah, you came out
Yeah.
the easiest because you had the last.
Oh yes, I had the
R's.
R's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saying going down on
Going
the
down on Davy Jones' lock, Davy
Yeah,
Jones'
that
lock.
made me die. That's not what it read. I don't want to throw that out.
I've never
Uh,
heard of bra sets.
Brazettes, dude.
Brazette?
I've
Dude,
heard
bras and
Dudettes.
brazettes,
Brazettes.
dude.
Right, dudettes.
Oh my god,
It's
bro.
like the same thing, but with the bra, bro.
Bra,
You can really
bra,
50%
bra.
more
Hey,
bra.
shut up.
I did throw in a couple bras, bro. You know,
Extra
sometimes
bras.
you-
Look,
was
dude.
dropping
Freestyle.
You need some
bro.
bras.
Yeah.
You know.
Underwater
Last time
bras.
we were
Titties
on the
like
Woodness
titties
Guild's
bras.
actual campaign 1, you guys had gone through locksmiths, had a very interesting encounter in an arena where you felt kind of out of sorts. Some of you are now disformed as a result of that. Just a nice little reminder for that. You have a baby's arm sticking out of your abdomen.
I still have
Yes. Well, I mean, when you went to bed.
It's like telling the future.
It's like telling your
Nobody
future.
has a greater
Telling your
rest
past.
of you know.
He
Anyways.
said that one at work.
As you guys have transitioned from there in a Howl's Moving Castle kind of fashion, a new door opened, you were closer to your destination. Trying to seek asylum or just enter the city in general, inside of Ceta-Gatling, you made several rather interesting attempts to try and get into the city unnoticed, trying to go up and over the wall and disappear from your party. Or perhaps
Party
maybe
disappeared from
use
What?
secret means of
You knew we were trying to
infiltrating the city, which you were able to successfully do, and then decided you didn't want to go any further. Turning back around, you made it through the front door.
It was scary.
We did make it through the front door,
Yo.
which is very odd.
Right
One of
through.
us made it to the center of the city. I'm just gonna point that out.
We're getting there. You guys found a bar and pretty much crashed for the rest of the episode, while one of your party members did some B&E on daisies and doilies, which is the store that you know to
Oh.
be where
Okay.
the lovely young old
What's her name? What's her name?
Oh god, I make things up on site. So,
Go ahead.
anyways, after a successful B&E for the object that you so desired, you made your way back to your friends at the location that they had messaged you.
Hours prior.
At this point, you guys have
Feeling start to weigh, man.
You shut your mouth.
begun your long rest. Is there anything you guys need to do before the night comes to a close? As you all sit in this kind of semi-crowded room with no windows in the back kind of wall of this pubbery, or excuse me, it's not a pubbery. It's the it's the Jealous Buffalo, I believe. Is that what it was? Something buffalo.
Cheap buffalo.
Cheeky buffalo.
Cheap.
Buffalo. The cheap buffalo. You guys are in the cheap buffalo.
Cheap.
The head
Go
buffalo.
ahead.
You guys are in this back room. It's a little musty. It's a little warm. It's a little sweaty. But you guys are all safe and you're all sound. What do you guys want to do?
So are we waking up now?
You guys, it is just before bed. If
Okay.
I'm giving you guys the opportunity before you go to sleep to do anything that you need to. Anybody have anything to do, or just a long rest at it?
Yeah, before bed, we should probably talk about game plan for
Game
the
plan,
next
yeah.
morning,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we can
yeah,
just get it done. You know, not have to wait around for one of the mates to do something. Cough, cough.
You did a lot of stuff.
Oh, it was a good day. I just want to remind you, I kill people for a living, so that was much.
Wait,
easier.
are you saying that
That's why we all
you were
know.
an assassin?
Yeah. I thought we went over that.
Oh,
No?
I don't remember that.
Well, yeah, I kill people for a living.
All right.
You
So
still- do you
I mean,
still
we
do
can
that?
put the game
No.
plans on the table,
I mean,
Right.
right now, yes.
and
No.
then make a decision with said game plans. Right?
Yes. I would like to literally, we're gonna draw out the game plan that we are going to initiate
Oh,
tomorrow
okay.
morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
To a T.
To a T.
Like nobody's gonna miss a door.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna come back to the party and the party's gonna be gone.
Or just go on a rampage and steal
Nobody's
shit.
gonna. Well, I didn't know where you were.
Did you guys hear about the terrorist attack that happened yesterday?
No.
There was.
Oh, the running we were doing.
Yeah, someone
Oh.
exploded a shop in the middle of downtown.
Yeah,
Whoa,
someone
a
did.
shop
That was today.
exploded.
Today.
Today.
Yeah, exploded. I didn't hear the explosion piece of that. I heard someone broke in and stole the fanciest bowl that Ceta-Gatling has.
Did you light it on fire?
What is
As
the
I
dimensions
spin
of
the
this
bowl
bowl?
on
Is
my
it
fingertips.
big? Is it a big bowl?
It's a very gorgeous gold bowl with several different types of encrusted gems that kind of lay on the outside. It is very clearly more of a ceremonial piece or a decorative piece than it was intended to actually be a functional bowl, but it still could serve its purpose if you wanted it to.
He said he was just spinning it on his finger. There's no need to roll for dexterity.
Wow, let's not put the teammate over here. To be fair, in Fan's hand, it's actually much smaller than what it would be in yours.
And finesse would be a lot harder, so catching it from a spin would be
Right.
difficult.
Wampa, whose team are you
It's
on?
got like short, stubby, flat-tipped fingers.
I mean, Nabuntosh, granted, there may have been security systems. You want to detect the bully?
Yes, I'd like to cast Detect Magic on the bowl.
Okay, aside from the things that you carry on your personal selves, and there is apparently an object in the next room that is small and disc-shaped, lying on a... It's kind of like hovering in midair. You assume it's laying on a desk.
Plate for your bowl.
But aside from that, no. There is no magical properties.
Does this place have a continental breakfast?
Did you know?
That's an inside joke, literally everybody.
You
Except for
If you were in our other campaign, you would know all about it.
You're the outsider.
WW doesn't
I'm sorry,
know.
DM, don't kill me.
I have a question, though. Question.
It hurts because it's true.
I think you need to be strip searched.
Sure. Yeah,
Strip
wait,
searched.
time out. You want to strip me down?
And search you. I think
For
due
what?
to the fact is
For
that
what? Time out. Whoa!
I'm getting there.
Yeah, slowly.
I think we should search you for some trackers.
You think that I have?
Yes.
I mean, he just detected the magical,
You detected the magic
but he
in
could find.
you.
He could
Do
find
you
it.
think there is
like,
maybe some sort of small
I'm assuming he
device
saw all my other
powered
stuff.
perhaps by some form of...
Magic.
No, I would detect magic, silly.
That's what
Perhaps powered by some, like,
Scientific.
current of
Right.
energy of some
Yes.
sort that wouldn't be magic.
That would be a beacon.
That sounds like we're about 1,000 years away from that.
I
I mean,
mean, if you
there
like,
are,
light
light,
bulbs.
there are light bulbs in this city that
Are
you
there?
see.
I'll get
Yes.
naked right
Oh,
here
there's light bulbs.
If you really
Okay.
want, but
I think.
we are in the fanciest of fancy
I think we
cities.
need to search you.
So what if someone does locate object on this bowl? What happens?
Thank you, Mike.
Are they able
That's
to
a fair
do
Well,
that?
as somebody who knows how that works, they could do it if they were close enough to me, which
Well, how close?
Right.
within about 1,000 feet ish.
What if this
Hmm.
whole
That's
town has
pretty
it?
decent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So here's what I'm gonna tell you is that tomorrow morning when we wake up, if I burn this bowl,
Why are you gonna burn it, man? It's cost a lot of money.
it's gonna help us out.
Okay.
Long
Sorry.
run,
Double check that spell. Make sure. I don't believe it says which the spell consumes.
you stop that.
I
You
believe.
stop
We're gonna go
that.
with Chubb over here, man, and we can't handle this with a tape.
Starts lifting.
Confirm.
Making my way downtown, walking bowls.
Stealing bulls.
Stealing bulls and it's bullshit.
I do want to point out that I sensed in the other room there was a magical object.
Oh.
Like,
Of what origin?
It was a small round disc.
Of what origin of magic?
God damn, I hate when you guys ask that question.
We do ask it because it's impertinent.
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 Impertinent or
Pertinent.
It is pertinent.
Impertinent would be
Impertinent
not.
is not.
Not
Is the,
I'm
it's the
trying to
opposite.
sound smart, and y'all
You are.
just
Helping.
kiss my knees.
Unfortunately, we have a dictionary over here, and
Don't call me that.
bro. Every time I need a word, every time I'm grasping at straws for a word, I look at you and you're like, "It's this one."
I have
I'm
some
like,
trauma associated.
Side story when we go into our break.
Yeah. There's some trauma there.
I
Okay.
Okay,
know
anyways.
about it.
I will get back to you on that.
Chris dated the
What are we
source of
talking
that
now?
trauma.
Let's talk about
What
the
is the
game.
origin?
You're talking about the
Of
show
the
recent.
I will get.
magic
No.
of
I will
the
get
song.
to you on that. In
Oh,
that point.
okay.
In that
Lol.
point.
Yeah.
Well, that's dramatic too. Then.
So
No,
we-
you don't know.
Hey.
it.
So we're quietly talking amongst each other. So what's our game plan?
Well, I think that I should shrink down into a beetle and go into that room and steal whatever that object is.
Love the idea. Reel it back.
Divination.
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 Oh, fuck me.
I don't know what you were trying to tell me. But the bowl will be consumed.
Will it?
You need a gem-encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, which the spell will consume.
Oh, well then yeah.
But, however,
comma.
I will say that it will take me about an hour to cook breakfast tomorrow. If I do cook us all breakfast tomorrow,
you
I
have to
will-
cook breakfast in the bowl and then burn the bowl?
Breakfast
yes,
bowls.
we will have only 24 hours to go and make our attack.
You
And once
said
it's burned, I can't find it. You know, it's just got that thing.
It almost seems worth checking out this object of divination in the room next to us. It makes me a little uncertain of who might be there.
Sorry, I was reading. You
there's
said.
a saucer.
It's like a disc.
The Moontash's detective that he saw a saucer
Of the divination.
divination sort school.
Yeah, school magic.
I mean, it's not
No,
a
your
bad idea to
school.
go check it out.
Well,
Check
should I?
there's a bug.
I can do that.
Let me try something real quick, and I'm gonna transform into Dorel. My name is Dorel. You don't remember Dorel?
Oh, that's
Dorel was
yeah.
magnificent.
I remember
Dorel's
yeah,
third
there we
person
go.
guy,
Third
you know?
person
Dorel
guy.
is he's a delicious slice of man.
He's a
So I
delicious
walk
slice.
out and I go to the next door and I go and I knock on the door next to us with the disc in the room. Does anybody answer?
You guys hear this deep pounding. This boom, boom, boom.
Why isn't this key working? I'm gonna fiddle with the knob.
Wait.
The door's
oh,
open.
We're locked.
You went to the
And
next
I'm
room.
gonna open it up. Is anyone in there?
He's feigning drunkenness.
The room is empty. You see, it's a small room about 7 feet by maybe 5 feet. In the corner, there is a twin-size bed. There's a small chest that is pretty beat up. That looks like it could be, you know,
Right?
maybe used for storage of objects while an occupant is not in the room. And there is a small writing desk with a very moth-eaten chair.
Is there a raven
the
at the
corner.
writing desk?
Nevermore.
And where is the disc?
With detect magic, which I'm assuming you just cast
'Cause I
because
just
it's
do.
fucking
'Cause
cantrip.
I just do.
It's coming from the desk, but as you look at the desk, it looks like it's in the wood, like it's inside the wood, almost.
I'm going
Dimensionally, it is just below the surface.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I'm using the Mage Hand. I want to run along the surfaces underneath, all
Okay.
around, searching for like purchase.
Make a
some sort of
perception check.
door.
And I'm just gonna kind of be like standing in the hallway, just kind of leaning back.
What check was that?
Perception.
Hmm.
Actually, it'd be investigation. It would be investigation because you're
Investigation.
specifically trying to find something.
Yeah, that's strong.
7.
7.
Fan, sweat begins to drip down your neck, and you have this like frustrated like, hurry the fuck up. As
Oh, I know you are not rushing
as
me, fan.
Dorel
I've been sitting.
is sitting there just kind of like juggling the balls midair
Yeah.
and just continue. It's like, it is infuriating. Like, what are you doing and why are you not hurrying up? You do this for about 15 to 20 minutes. Keeping your eyes, you know, looking back and forth, looking around. You guys wait, and it is like tense. And you finally find purchase, and you feel this kind of rounded edge. And as you grip it and pull it down with the mage hand, there's this kind of sucking pop, this, and you're holding an object in your hand.
Ain't nothing like a sucking.
Can I stick my head out the door and be like,
Guanapo replicates the sound. That is
Um,
does
Fan
sound
just
like-
got-
Dorel thinks that we should leave. I just realized.
Dorel,
My gosh.
You cannot blame this on Dorel.
I
Mr.
feel a little
Elephant.
drunk, but I don't think this is our room, buddy.
I don't think this is. I realized after several minutes of messing around that this is not my room. Not my room at all. And
I need a guess,
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go back into our room.
Okay.
hey man,
Yeah.
what took you so long? You okay?
Yeah, what'd you find in there?
And I'm gonna pull up my mage hand and let it like float in the middle of all of us.
Floating in front of you is this metallic object. It's like wrought iron, but the metal is blue and it looks soft, like almost velvety to the touch. And it just has this intricate network of interweaving strands, bars of metal, thin bars of metal that weave together and create a frame for a reflective glass surface. And looking down into it, it's like a mirror.
I'm not looking into it. Don't look into it.
It's pointed directly up.
Cool. What are we gonna do with this now?
Yeah, why'd you bring a mirror in here?
Dora was curious if we were being tracked by some means, and it just seemed a little strange that there was a school, a magic object, the School of Art of Divination. So someone might have been tracking us was my fear.
Maybe if we look into the mirror, we could ask it questions on
I stick my hand out.
where people are.
I think maybe.
Guanapo, I'm sorry, but
Try.
no.
Oh, okay.
I
Stick
will
my
look
hand
into it.
out again.
Oh, you're the wrong
Okay.
person.
As you hold it up to your face, you guys can see on the back in very beautiful script are the initials R and D. Looking into it, you see yourself.
Can I?
Wait, ask it. Mirror, mirror. In
No,
the
let's
mage
not
hand.
be asking a mirror or anything. What the fuck are we
Bloody
doing here?
Mary.
Oh, I cover.
Wampa, please,
Guanapo's
please
feet.
stop. I ain't ready for that, Wampa.
This campaign took a turn.
We all die in a
There was
hotel
two
room.
bosses.
A Motel 6 down the street.
Okay, okay. What's
There was
the other
two
one?
bosses, a human
Candy.
and Bloody Mary.
Guys, oh, guys. Oh, I was like, something's happening.
Something bad's happening! He's making a sound!
You don't like that candy
I
man, huh?
hated that one, man. Trauma.
Yeah, my friends always wanted to do
Do you
it.
guys know what
I'll do it.
ENR means or what
R&D.
R&D means?
Ronald.
No, I mean like think back like in your history of living here.
I would like to think
what
about.
what that might mean.
Do
You
I
know
know-
what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
You just
right?
don't see
Did
Max.
I recognize those initials?
Do I recognize the initials?
History check?
And
History check?
Do I recognize?
I'm gonna make a
Anybody that
history
wants
check.
to make a history check for what R&D might mean to them.
I'm not.
He's letting more than 2 people roll. It's gonna be
He's
no.
an anyone.
Anyone that wants to see.
5! I know
I rolled a
everything.
17 as well.
Sisters.
No, well,
I didn't know. It was a 9, but I
Wow.
was.
Don't make it weird, man.
Next campaign.
You guys, you can think of several people that have the initials R and D, but you don't know the middle names of any of them. Nobody in particular sticks out as a significant figure. Guanapo, in your time in the sailing industry and all of the weird things that you got to see, R&D most definitely always means
Research and development.
research and development.
Yeah, there's too many people to think of that come to mind. Don't know anyone historically though. That
Can I cast Detect Magic again and try and delve deeper into this and really focus on this and see if I gain any sense of how it might be used?
Glint. I think
Yes.
what you're trying to do is cast the Identify spell.
Yeah.
I don't have that though.
Unfortunately. You know that you're holding a magical mirror, and
Right,
the
but-
That's
School
all
of
it's
Magic
gonna-
is
that's all it's
roughly
gonna
the
tell you,
school
yeah.
of divination.
Yeah, that's all that one's gonna tell you.
Hmm.
Guanapo, if you don't mind, before we go to bed, could you possibly like draw us as like a group,
Arr.
like a picture of us before bed, yourself included?
What?
I
Do I
lay
have the
on the
creative
one
capacity
bed.
to do that?
To draw them? Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not looking at.
I just want like
Yourself?
a portrait of.
I would
all
say
of
you
us.
probably haven't spent a whole lot of time examining yourself.
You now have a mirror though.
There are other mirrors. There's a small, clouded, broken mirror hanging up on the wall if you don't want to stare
I
into
go and
magic
lay on the
mirror.
bed and I just kind of like draw me like one of your bird people.
One of your miniatures.
Two-
I have-
two things.
I quickly sketch out a pose for her like this.
It's like Rose from.
Yeah, just
Actually,
like
make a
that.
performance.
So I like really want like a photo of all of us.
Oh, I'm
So
doing it,
like-
man. This is it.
Anything goes wrong, I can take it home and
Oh yeah, I get advantage on
Tell people who to kill.
no, just
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
not in that way. Good
19.
Lord, you think we're all like hating each other at this point? I love.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. Come here.
What?
Oh yeah. Well, God damn it. We have fresh audio.
Yeah.
Remind me I have a prediction for you.
Yeah, don't say it on there. But I would like us to have like some kind of photo of each other
Cool. To last forever. In case you die.
in case somebody dies. It'd just be nice to be like, hey, if this was 20 years ago, I got a lot of life to live. So if I die, you know, I would like somebody to have
Right,
some
right.
memory of me. I've been like by myself for so long. It'd be nice to. Right, exactly.
It'd be nice to leave Guanapo for Joanne, right?
No, we're all going to stay together. One assumes.
I don't think
But-
Monaco assumes that.
I feel like we're getting into a dark hole.
Why are we like? Yeah.
I need you guys
I'm
to
trying
come
to
out
be
of
like
it.
Brat.
At
here.
this point in time,
it's
uh,
dark
Our night. We need
outside.
to plan our game plan for, you know.
one of you is starting to look rather sleepy.
Already?
As the baby arm
How big
scratches
arms?
the middle of the chest,
Oh no!
you see the yawn come across the face, and the arm from behind comes over. And,
Oh! Can it stretch out that far?
oh yeah, it's long and it is disproportionately so.
Can she
No.
control that?
It seems to be a subconscious thing,
Hmm.
like an unconscious thing. Reactions that may take place normally. It's not just vestigial. It's not just laying there limp, but it could be. Maybe tomorrow.
If it tries to grab you now.
Okay, let's go to bed.
Well, hold on.
Let's talk about our game plan real quick. I think.
Naboontosh,
Yeah.
can I see the mirror?
Sure.
I tried.
Are you trying to steal it?
Just in front of you, just gently reaching. It's not like I'm trying to like snatch
I
it.
try to grab it.
I'm not trying very hard. You can use
I would.
grab
I
it.
would assume it's
It's
more
more
of
just
like a
like a-
child,
just
like
like-
reaching
yeah.
out, like.
Yeah.
Oh.
I look into it and I just look really deep and I ask,
Put my head in.
where's Bryce?
Okay.
That's all I say.
You asked the
And I'm, like,
question,
really just holding it and like
focusing on it.
feeling
This
it,
is
looking
your-
deep into it.
This is the extent of your existence at this point. You wait for a moment, and you swear you can hear whispering. It's discordant, and it's not. It's very rapid and borderline high pitch, and you can't make out any of the words until a voice comes across.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
And what be you seeking with Bryce?
It's like some Voldemort shit right here.
Do we hear it?
Yes.
You guys don't hear anything, no.
Okay, we don't hear anything. I'm just looking at it.
So that
What's the look on her face? What's she like?
Will that be?
pale.
Show us your look.
Concerned.
She looks like Debbie.
She's got that Debbie
RBF.
face.
Yeah, sorry about
RBF? Oh, is that what it is? RBF?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the initials.
That would make sense on a
That makes sense
RBF.
on
Look
me,
over
yeah,
there it is. That resting bitch face just greets you.
Yeah.
I just knew him briefly in my past, and I would like to see him again.
Do we hear her talking?
Yeah, I mean, she's speaking out loud.
Let it happen.
I'm watching
And
with my
what
hand on
would
her.
you do to see Bryce again?
Honestly, I don't really know.
I give you my baby arm.
Perhaps when you have something more substantial to offer. Then we'll talk again. Aye, lassie.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
I have a professional email.
Don't let the bedbugs bite.
Did you just talk to that mirror?
Yeah, what happened there? Beautiful.
Does it seem awake still?
I mean, everybody, you have definitely woken up from this conversation, but
I give Naboontosh the mirror back and tell.
Bootosh. She
Can
was
you
talking to that.
put
Don't
this-
touch it.
Can you put this? Oh wait, hide it, please.
Sure. Did you talk to something or someone?
I mean, it was very clear
Actually-
that she was having a
What?
conversation.
Who are you talking to?
Can you go
She
out
said
the
the
room
word-
with the mirror?
She said the name Brass.
You want me to go put it back in the other room?
No, just can you go down the hallway with the mirror?
Sure. And as I go,
Oh,
I'm
this is
like,
the most.
It's very sad and confusing. Hey.
Okay, are you
Legit.
out of the room?
Oh, it's a legit talking back.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Why did you send him off when he's got 3 people on there?
Yeah,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Anyways.
Wrong.
who are you?
Talking mirror to.
Are you looking for somebody in particular?
I've got all I've needed, but I feel like you got your hooks in my friend over here.
And who's your friend?
None of your business.
Okay.
But who are you? I asked you first.
Well, that is none of your business.
I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine.
I don't have hands, do I?
Are you saying that you are the mirror?
Those are your words, not mine.
Well, what are your words?
I just want to know what you want.
I want to know the purpose for your existence.
And what are you willing to trade for that information?
What is of interest to you?
My pinky.
A great many things. What do you have to offer?
A great many things.
And it looks like we are at an impasse.
Not really. It seems like I have what you're asking for, apparently.
Well, I believe it's actually that I have what you're asking for. I haven't asked for anything.
Are you saying you want my soul?
I haven't asked for that. But if you're willing to part with it.
I've got 3. Take your pick.
Whoa.
This is so hot.
Ooh.
And which one would you like to leave the most?
Which one would I like to leave? Honestly, the good guy's a little boring.
What?
We're not listening, guys.
I know.
You guys aren't here.
I know.
I know.
I'm down the hall. I walked down.
I'm watching the stream and I'm like,
And you just want to know what my purpose is in exchange for something so valuable.
What you might find more valuable, I might not find as much.
Dude, we all peek our head.
Talk.
We can make.
I mean,
And
while
I
he's
poured
gone, I
them.
would be talking to you guys.
you pause this conversation right now. Pause it. Pause
Yeah,
it.
pause it. 'Cause
Pause
I
it.
need to say what I have to say.
You would like to trade information for one of your 3 souls. Is that correct?
No, Daddy, no.
I'm just trying to find information on what you're interested in. So now that I know that a soul is something that you are valuing, you've given me quite a bit of insight here.
Oh, reverse psychology.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
What if I gave you the soul of an annoying sword that we have?
Well, is it of value to you?
He's not annoying.
Sorry. Nope.
Quite simply, I feel like this is a very aleatory contract in that I am gaining much more than you.
What do you have to offer that would be equivalent in
I have
exchange?
plenty to offer.
An
All you
example
need-
would be nice.
All you need to do is ask.
What would you give me in exchange for one of my souls?
Anything that was within my power to do so.
And what is within your power? You're being extremely vague.
Almost purposely so.
It does seem that way.
Take away my batteries.
Are your powers limited at all?
You told him just to go down
They
the
are
hall and
limited.
drop that thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Pause this
No, she said
conversation.
leave the
I know, I gotta-
leave the room.
You pause this
I
conversation.
know I left my watch in Goodfellas, but what the fuck? It's taking so long, you know what I mean?
We spent 20 minutes in a room and you said nothing.
So, hey, we're talking. Hey, babe, what's going on? What happened?
So
You gonna let this happen? You gonna let them dominate?
I mean, I'll let them
Your
interrupt
pianist
you
like
again.
this on the street.
It's like reading a chapter book and like they switch to a part that you're like, I don't want to read about this. I want to read about that. And you
Same.
start skipping ahead. Fuck the writers.
So I talked to the mirror. I asked him if he knew where Bryce was.
Okay.
He asked me if I knew Bryce personally. I said I knew him in the past. He asked me what my intentions were. And obviously
call
I
it right
didn't
now.
tell him our intentions. And I asked Nabuntosh to leave the room with Mirror because I don't want him to know what our intentions are.
The mirror knows Bryce.
It kind of, it didn't say he did or didn't know Bryce.
Who's Bryce?
That's
Ivor.
He's, yeah,
Yeah,
Ivor's his name.
that's the guy.
That's the guy we're going for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were you?
I knew him as Ivor.
Yeah, he's the
Sorry.
same guy.
I know him as
I had this
Bryce.
really long day, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And I was just wondering if he could show us where Bryce was. So I asked him.
Yeah.
Did he seem willing to give information?
Well, he wanted to know what my intentions were with Bryce.
You're still in
Obviously,
character.
I didn't want to tell him.
He's the one with it.
Yes.
But should we tell? Like, should we be honest
No,
with
I
the
know
mirror?
exactly where that guy is.
You don't know fully where he's at. You know that
He
he's
just
in a
said he's
mountain.
In a mountain.
We know-
No, not even in a mountain. In a cave of some sort.
In the mountain
Right.
that's in the city.
I would like to let you know that I can basically pinpoint him once I have my.
Bold.
But you've tried twice already.
No, we scryed on him.
Track
The
record.
scry worked.
Okay.
I I saw
But
him.
he saw you.
He didn't see me. He saw the scribe.
I'm guessing. Sorry.
He saw the scribe. He didn't see me. Then I also communed with my nature, and we nature. Exactly. I communed with nature,
Got it.
and
Good call.
I noticed that he and what I would assume are his
Children.
chitlins
Yep.
are all in that cave on the other side of town.
Okay, so what you're saying is don't be honest with the mirror.
What I'm saying is, why the fuck are we even talking about this?
I think it's faster. This is so much faster. We just give him some money.
But he didn't
And
say
then we're calling
exactly
it.
if he could tell me where Bryce was.
Right.
It was just a.
You're talking to a mirror.
Let's ask the mirror. Nabutosh.
While you're having a conversation.
Damn it.
So,
That seemed much
That's even more longer. That seemed about the same amount of time that you had your conversation previously.
If they step out of the room,
Roll
I
back.
am screaming at them to go fuck away.
That's
you're pretty much at the end of the hall. Like you're
Where
kind
were-
of walking and
That's
pacing.
not
Like you're walking down to the end of the hall.
Where were we?
trying to fight somebody.
Well, I haven't gone anywhere actually.
Sorry, sometimes I feel like I drift off into other conversations in my brain. It's a little strange, you know.
Try being an all-powerful mirror.
All powerful, you say?
Well,
What if I asked you to defeat my enemies?
perhaps I could.
So you say that you'd be able to take a soul from me. Is it any soul that I choose?
Something that is of value to you, perhaps.
There is one thing that I value well beyond anything else in the world.
And what would that be?
I'm going to go into my pack and I'm going to pull out a drawing that Guanapo made me. This
I need
is
you
my
to roll a
most,
d20.
my most prized possession.
What did you pull out?
If you aren't listening, then you don't get to have the feels, okay?
Pull out something that you made.
No.
Just a
Just a d20.
straight 10.
Just enough to save in this moment. You feel the impulse and you.
I don't know if you noticed that, but that's the dark side.
He's like,
That's quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. This must be valuable if you are able to stop yourself or itself.
It's a struggle every single time.
What do you want in return for such a position?
I would like my enemies brought low,
Brought low, you say.
defeated.
They just go lower.
They shrink an inch.
They go down a level.
Halflings. They're all halflings.
I'm trying to be
no,
verbose.
it's good. It's good.
No,
I'm
no,
loving it.
no, we're all
keep it
listening.
going.
Go,
Keep it
go,
going.
go,
I'm
go.
intrigued. Go ahead.
Right.
Sorry for interrupting.
Right.
Not this time.
You want your enemies crippled.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You want your enemies crippled.
Defeated beyond rebound. Unable to rise again as a foe.
Aye.
Whether that be by death or otherwise, I have no preference.
You have a very interesting way of negotiating. First, you just want information you're willing to trade a soul for it. Now you have a picture that is valuable to you, and you want me to completely and utterly defeat your foes for you.
The gods have spoken.
Well, what say you?
The picture, as you're holding it, alights with blue flame and seems to consume its entire self as the picture crumples and folds in, and a light ash kind of drifts across the room. You swear you can see the figure of a humanoid, very small, and it drifts away.
I would like to define Naboon Tasha's enemies, because I did say enemies.
Okay.
One of his enemies would definitely be the darkness in his brain.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, Dad's dead. Fan dies.
And then the other would be the enemy, the powers that be in
Lucas,
Ceta-Gatling. our enemy, the one.
The one you're currently pursuing.
Yes.
Wanapo, the only one alive.
Those Ivor. Those would be my two perceived and most sought after enemies.
Well, interesting that you would define that after you make this deal.
Because I left it vague on purpose. My enemies. Destroy my enemies.
You're trying to pull the slip on the DM over here? Hmm?
Your eyes cloud over. And as you're standing there in this kind of stasis, unable to move, you fall inwards into your brain, like you're falling into a pool. And as you kind of right yourself in what you recognize as equilibrium in your ear, you look around and you're in a pitch darkness. And a voice from behind you with this deep grunting breath. And so, here we are.
Do I
You
recognize
turn.
this?
It is a very familiar voice too. You turn and you see the figure of a very small boy with shaggy brown hair and deep red irises, wearing simple leather clothing that is somewhat familiar to you from the region that you're in, or the region you're from. And he just stands there, staring at you.
No, it's a boy.
I don't need you anymore.
Come now.
Leave.
You wouldn't be half the man you are if it wasn't for me.
I'd rather be half the person I am than have you around.
No.
Other people can build orphanages.
You're making a mistake. Trust me. You are
Trusting
making a
you
mistake.
has been a mistake every time I've done it.
So be it. And you see he takes a step back, and his form becomes unclear. And there's a lightness that washes over you as you pull out of this dream. You feel this very deep breath in your chest and a lightness, a numbing, tingling feeling in your fingertips, and you feel alive and free for the first time in so many years, since probably the last time you saw your father.
I immediately start crying, bawling.
You guys rush into the hallway to find Nabuntosh sobbing over the mirror.
As soon as I see Guanapo, I run to Guanapo. I'm so sorry, Guanapo. I had to.
Wait, why are you? What the fuck
I just kinda
is
pat
happening
him
right
like,
now?
"Ooh,
Josh, you okay?
He's gone.
Who's gone?
What's happening?
Who's gone?
My less savory parts are no longer here.
And that's a thing to
Guanapo,
crowd
I'm
now.
sorry. I had to.
What'd you do to Guanapo?
Yeah, why are you apologizing, Blanco?
I had to give him something he wanted, something that I treasured
Yo.
more than
Whoa.
anything.
Fan's got a hand on a sword.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
It is
What do
a-
you mean?
It was
Exactly
a drawing
what's
that Guanapo made me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. We
Alright,
can put
we're
that
good,
back.
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
We'll hold
I
for
just
that.
kind of grin a little bit and I kind of.
I'm
Aww.
sorry, Guanapo. That meant so much to me, but I had to do it. I had to.
What happened?
Hold on.
Where's the mirror?
Did the mirror take something
There you go.
Where's the mirror?
from you?
It took the drawing. It just vanished to ash. I made a deal with it.
And all it wanted was a drawing.
It wanted something that I treasured above anything else.
A drawing.
Hey, man.
You obviously just don't understand me.
Yeah.
So,
That makes
what
me
did
sad.
you get in return?
My enemies brought low.
And who was
Who's
that?
Who's your enemy?
My darkness,
Okay.
clearly. And Ivor.
Is Ivor dead?
I cannot confirm that.
You can?
I got one more.
We're gonna come in the room. I'll hold the mirror for a second and just kind of.
Yep.
How exactly do you?
I'll just straight up grab it from you.
Oh, I'm gonna hold on to it.
This mirror,
What happened?
this mirror
Just
itself.
a gentle.
I'm gonna hold it back.
It's not a scrying.
All right, make strength
mirror.
contest between two of you. Fuck.
It's like a gentle tug. but
It's a
like
It's one of those like.
Yeah.
As he goes on
I'm gonna be
explaining,
like, there's corn!
yeah, as he goes on explaining this, I'm gonna pluck a couple feathers from Guanapo. Sorry, Guanapo.
I don't even know
And then
this anymore.
I'm going to take some beetles out and start crushing them in my hand.
Strength
I'm gonna
checks.
draw my
Strength checks for both of you.
What do we? Is it?
A D20 plus your strength modifier. I didn't realize this.
Wait, what's strength modifier?
At the very top.
Okay. What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I asked you first.
Ladies first.
My God.
I'm not
Yo.
a lady.
Yes, you are a lady.
Tell
Guanapo.
Guanapo.
Damn it,
Guanapo's a dude.
Guanapo! I got an 8!
Oh,
19.
You died.
Oh.
So I gently kind of pull it back.
You release, frustrated, and
Yeah. I'm just
I'm
scared.
keeping
That's fine.
very close eye on Guanapo. Guanapo, be careful.
be careful.
As long as he doesn't say sex with dead people, I think we're fine.
Sex
Sex
with
with
dead
dead
people.
Orgy!
What the fuck's wrong with you?
So
Is that
what
truly what you
exactly-
wish?
So why do you
No.
think he's dead?
And what is it?
Because he
actually
had the
want.
power to erase my darkness. And that is more
And you
powerful
feel
than
like
any normal
He's
man
frustrated
or
'cause he
other
doesn't know how to
living creature.
articulate anything.
That power is not to be gawked at. And it is not some person on the other side of a mirror. It is the mirror itself that spoke to me.
I really wish we had those pills. You know,
Draw.
to kind of level you out a little bit because it seems like
You
you've
wish
seen
to
some
draw.
shit.
I'm feeling more clear than I ever have in my entire life.
Okay.
Own ideas.
I've hustled everyone to the room, so this is happening in a room, by the way.
He wants to be great.
Fan, Guanapo might not know what he's willing to give up here.
Right, I'm watching carefully. Don't worry.
Make no mistake, this thing is probably more
And
evil
what are
than
you
it is
willing
good.
to sacrifice for such creative freedoms?
Can I make wishes? I'm next.
Corn.
Oh shit.
Good. I see here that you are
All corn forever?
the owner of a rather fine set of fields, are you not?
Yes.
And is that what you're offering me?
Yes.
Fan, you might want to put an end to this.
Yeah, time out, Guanapo. By
You-
corn, what are you telling this thing right now?
You have
I'm
heard.
gonna-
You have
I'm
heard
looking out
corn.
here one side
Yes
of the
and yes.
conversation. Yeah. Why are you telling this thing corn?
Sex with dead people. Draw.
I mean, we can get you practice on that. We can get you into a school. You can
I just
learn.
kind of touch your head and I say, don't understand.
Oh,
Fan's gonna let this happen. Fan's heart just hit the floor.
There's a pause,
Guanapo, do you even have corn right now on you?
and the mirror. You see, it's almost like a light shift on it, and then nothing.
I hand it back to you. I pull out my drawing pad
I take it.
and I wait to see if I have an idea.
There are plenty of things that you could draw. You start simple. Make a
Are you trying to
performance
think of
check.
something to draw?
Make a performance check.
Draw all of us.
Guanapo, you could draw all of us like I asked.
Previously requested.
If you could put us all in like a field of corn. You know, like we have back
Oh
home.
wait, I roll on advantage. It's the same fucking thing! 6.
You
Oh wow.
sitting there with this art pad in front of you, Fan mid spell, staring at you with like a very patient and concerned look on his face.
Yeah, that spell's
You-
half done.
You guys watch as Guanapo's face lights up, and you see him start doing these big, broad strokes, and it's just this violent expression of, it seems like frustration and so many years of pent up energy of not being able to say what he's wanted to say, and he finishes and he looks at it and he turns it around and it's a chair.
Is
It's
it
a wooden chair.
Is it good?
Is it one that's in this room?
It is
though?
an incredible.
No.
Yeah. Is it a
Guanapo's-
replicated chair?
I want to know if Guanapo can see a chair right now.
Looking
If
around
so,
the
is it
room,
the same one?
there is a chair that looks nothing like this chair.
At least you tried. It's a good chair.
No,
No,
you don't
no,
understand.
you don't understand what just happened.
Guanapo.
Guanapo can't. Guanapo's a replicator.
Oh, that's right.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Guanapo.
Oh, Guanapo! You just had
And
your
I don't know what you
ideas.
just sacrificed to get a drawing of a chair, but I'm excited to take that back home to us. Cornfields hanging up in our building.
Well, I
I
would
quickly
hope you
draw
didn't
the cornfield and I put an X through it.
Oh.
Did you give up the cornfields?
All right, in my book. Can't we buy a new one?
I think we'll
Wait.
be all right.
So is this a permanent change then? Can you draw something else?
Yeah.
Draw a fan
So
with
by-
a bow on his head.
So you sacrificed our cornfields for artistic value, yes?
I write in my book. It's all creativity though. I can.
Right?
have-
No. I'm good with it. I'm just curious. By sacrificing the cornfields, did we just send some like ancient god over there to fucking fuck up Goodfellows?
That's a fair
Because
question.
that might not be
That is a
so
fair
much
question.
like losing. I will lose anything you want. You know.
I will say
you.
it was me who dispelled my darkness. I don't know what happened to Ivor.
Yeah, fair. I'm going to finish this commune. Please,
I'm gonna look in the mirror.
please, nobody look at the fucking mirror anymore. God damn it.
Too late.
I look in the mirror.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna try to draw
You realize the
Pam with
thing
bow
you
on his head.
that you would sacrifice would probably be a debt, right?
It's gonna be what you like the most. If Guanapo, if he sacrificed corn,
But you don't know if that's.
As you
Not
hear these
cornfields.
voices, you can see your very interesting
I just pooped
pallid
away.
eyes.
No, don't say
I
that.
just like disappear.
again, we are playing with some fucking fire here. It's all I got to say out loud. While you do that, my life's been done. I'm gonna fucking just fucking complete my commune with nature. I'm gonna see where Ivor is.
It must be nice to not need something. I'm very happy for you, and I mean
Again,
that sincerely.
As you focus on,
I just don't.
you guys watch sitting in this. It's a simple stone floor, like cobblestone. Excuse me. You watch as these spider-esque. Sorry, I have to remind me tomorrow on that one. These very thin tendrils, roots, seem to shoot up out of the ground around the cobble, causing it to shift in some places. And you watch as they kind of penetrate the base of Fan's foot, and you see his eyes roll into the back of his head, and his trunk falls down flat in front of his face, and his whole body kind of goes limp. And he has this. You swear it's this guttural drone seems to emanate from the deepest part of his throat. As you find yourself searching for Ivor, you get the same 5 pings. You're barely within range of them, but there are 5 pings in the same location that they were in or near there. But again, you don't get the sense that any one of them is specifically the individual that you're looking for.
Does he come back to himself?
He's got
I got
3 questions, one of which is burned.
So even if I ask for the location of Ivor,
It's everything within 3 miles, right?
specific creature,
You get the feeling, before you ever ask the question again, you get the feeling that this is probably the most specific that you're getting at this point. And make an intelligence check for me. Intelligence or Arcana? Insight or Arcana, your choice.
inside 19.
The reason you're probably not getting specifically Ivor is he's probably not within 3 miles of you. And this is likely his closest relations. The way that you've used this spell before and what you know about the arcane and nature, and you'd be wise enough in this moment to not need to ask that question, not need to ask
Right.
specifically for Ivor because you know he's not here.
But he was 3 miles when he did it.
The first
Four.
time.
It's his
He never
family.
confirmed it was
It's
Ivor.
It's his family.
And he can move, right? I'm sure.
Maybe.
I'm I'm saying no. I'm saying.
This is a different spell.
Ivor can move.
Oh,
This is a different spell.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
different
Go
spell.
ahead. I apologize.
I would like to know at that 3-mile range. What are the types of people down there? I can find prevalent people. So is
The
it
prevalent
elf-
people
yeah, I
of
wanna know, like,
Ceta-Gatling?
no,
or
of-
at the
of
periphery?
That cave, of that periphery.
Ms.
I want to know the race of those
Mizrachi
people.
Mountain.
That's all I have to.
There is not one dominating race, but there is a dominating class. It seems like the area on the periphery that you're referring to does have a ruling social network, but not one of them is a particular race. It seems pretty even keel spread between elves, humans, dwarves, and interestingly enough, bugbears.
Wouldn't expect to know.
I already asked about the terrain. I've asked about. I would like to see if there's multiple entrances to that cave from where I'm sitting.
I would say at this point, from the number of times you've spent this, they're not in a cave. They're in a subterranean unit,
A
But-
building.
not a cave.
Are there, I want to know about that building.
You're
because
starting
I can
to get-
specifically
Okay.
find buildings.
This is, as you focus on it more, it is becoming more apparent to you that this is probably a homestead in the region that you're looking at. I don't have the map pulled up. You get the feeling that there's a large garden, that there is an equally beautiful fountain in the back of the house. That is, you get visions of red brick streets and white marble pillars holding up black wrought iron gates. Beautiful green fields where the watered lawns seem to grow year round, and the structure of the building is very Victorian castle, tall, large spires and parapets that frame the exterior of the building, and the interior is a lot of cathedral-like glasses and more of a sandstone structure with this blue stained glass framework. It's very, as you kind of focus in on this more, it is very regal, would be the word. It has a very formal feel to it for being a home.
For my last question, I would like to kind of see if I can find a place where maybe there's like a bunker or something that's hiding somebody, or maybe people that are hiding something purposely for the rest of Ceta-Gatling to not find. Like,
This one's a little bit more nauseating. As you're pulled backwards and upwards into the sky, you can see the whole of Ceta-Gatling in its gentle J shape that runs along the base of the mountain. Looking at it, there seems to be this immediate light, this pinpoint of light that's coming from near the docks, and then another that's near the walls, and then more. And then you realize that as more light seems to erupt, there are an insane number of places in Ceta-Gatling where a person might hide from other members of Ceta-Gatling. And as that knowledge frustratingly washes over you, you come back into yourself. The roots you watch as they are receding, as you've already been in your conversation with the mirror.
Hello.
Hello.
Right? This is starting out to be quite the night for me.
I know, a lot of people want to have a chat with you, Mr. Mirror.
Mr. Mirror is my father, please. Just call me Mister.
Mister. I mean, a Well, I mean, I would like to call you by your name. I mean, I did notice that you had R&D on the back. Do you want me to call you Rad?
Is that
or-
so?
Yes,
That's
actually.
very interesting.
Oh, you don't know what's on the back of you?
Well, no, I don't actually have eyeballs.
Right. Makes sense.
It's common for you seeing types to often overlook that when you're talking to inanimate objects.
Well, I mean, I consider you less inanimate, more animated at this point.
Well, I don't actually move, but I am, in some ways, sapient.
What?
Do you mean sentient?
Sentient.
Oh,
So sorry.
Sapient.
Sapien. You're
Sapient.
like a.
Like
Homo sapien?
Homo sapien?
Yeah.
I was like, sentient. Okay, got it. Okay.
No, sapient would work. Yep,
Sapient?
sapient. I stand by my original statement.
Oh.
Sapient would work.
Sorry, I don't know what sapient means.
Relating to the human species or attempting to be wise or appear wise.
Oh, okay, cool, excellent. All right, I do know what that means.
Personification.
As Luca.
We're actual human.
I mean, have you ever been outside of just a beautiful mirror, or have you ever had legs?
My past is interesting. What would you do to find out about me?
Whoa, so we're moving to first base here. Wow. I am taken, however, but I do want to know about you. But it seems like you're a giving type, and I do like to receive. So I think we can come to some type of agreement.
What do you like to receive?
Knowledge and
Oh,
hopefully a
I know
wish
somewhere
of
else.
some sort. If
Alright,
you're a
and
wish
what-
granting.
What is it that you wish for? Oh, receiver of fine gifts.
Thank you. So, I mean, we're in a predicament here, looking to settle some peaceful war, not peaceful war, horrible war that could potentially be coming, and looking for an end to it where my friends and family end happily. So, if there is a way for you to progress and ease out this war, I might have.
There are many ways, and I suppose that what you seek in the infinite number of endings that it could come to, the number of paths are equally more infinite, and whichever one might come to fruition would depend very seriously on what it is that you are willing to give up in order to find the happy ending you search for.
Right. Guess I'm looking for a caliber here of what the cost may be, but
What are you willing to
some
sacrifice?
sacrifices. I'm gonna turn a little bit and whisper.
Hearing your conversation, I'm just gonna say corn.
Do I have corn? I have two things I'd be willing to give you depending on the quality that you can present to me.
Depends on the quality of what you present to me.
If you are able to end this war happily, where my loved ones, I do love these guys, just so I can make that clear. I love Udash, Ivor, and Odad.
Nabuntosh loves you too.
Nabuntosh.
Yeah, it's like,
Wanapo, you said. Fan and Odette.
I did just say all the names. I did do that. I sure fucking did. That's what I did.
we don't know where it came from or who's
Don't know who did it. I'm the one.
That's very interesting.
I go by the name of Willow. Just kidding.
That's not for
If-
another 50 years.
If they become happy and live out beautiful lives, that is what I'm looking for, and I'm willing to give you either my childhood memories or my ability to love.
Do you
Yeah,
Now
you
that
can hear this.
second one there.
I do hear that.
That
and
is
I,
more
my heart,
fascinating.
my heart falls
Fall?
on the floor.
Fans are
How interesting. And you're willing to do this right
Oh,
here,
Dad, if I
right
were you,
now,
I'd
as we
try to kick that
speak.
thing out of her arms.
Yes, if you can make
I have respect for
loved
her, and I
ones.
wouldn't.
happy, or at least happy as they can be.
Happy as they can be, of
And
course.
end the
And
war.
we have an accord then.
You do know that
We have a
that would
deal.
probably be
A
happiest
deal.
with you,
Correct.
right? In love.
Happy as they can be,
Happy
and
and
you
the
give me your
war.
ability to love. Is that correct?
Right, but it's a war. Key thing here. Reel in,
Is
mister.
that the understanding that we
My
have
eyes
of
are
each
just
other?
filling up with tears.
The war, though.
Happy as they can be
Please
with the
let me know when I'm
cessation
not.
of.
I'm gonna
Trans.
run over and try and pull on the mirror.
Thank you.
I'm literally trying to pull on the mirror. Trying.
That is why. Oh, okay. Are you trying?
I'm trying. Are you gonna let me pull it out of
Strength.
my hands?
Strength contest.
I have to at this point.
Zero.
I got negative on my strength, man.
Are we trying to fight the person and stop all this?
We're stopping it easy, man. We're going for the easy route. This is it. We talked to Amir. We end it.
You don't think it would take one of our
What'd
lives
you get?
to end this?
14.
15.
Ooh.
As you're about to finish, close the deal, sign on the dotted line. Guanapo comes over, and you see this as you've been tunnel
How are you
vision
stronger than me?
pulling in. You watch as Guanapo's
Because I'm motivated.
sailor-esque
Yeah,
body,
no
in his many years of sailing and hauling ropes in and pulling down different lines and carrying cargo and smuggling probably people,
Probably people, yeah.
snatches the mirror out from your hands as you're just about to close on
The
this.
deal. Yep.
I hug it and I look at you, and then I point to Odette, who's crying.
She's okay. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be great.
No, I'm
I
a
need
little
them here.
upset at her.
No. Why do you want to give up your love? Are you?
Well, we can end this, dude. We can end it. We can end it.
I right quickly.
And you
raise
don't
my-
think she's worth more than?
Well, I'm trying to grab it.
No. I'm gonna right my
Do you want to try and grab
Yes, I am.
it? Okay.
I'm gonna try and stop her.
Make a strength
I'm gonna
check.
try and stop her.
So I
Make a strength check
Can I
at
do a sleight of hand?
disadvantage. I'll let you make a strength check. I'm gonna let you do strength check at disadvantage because Nabuntosh is helping.
What'd you get?
Can you like
16.
nature
At
last
disadvantage?
Please
Oh,
let me
disadvantage.
know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please let me know when I can.
You're
do that.
currently viewing
I know.
a
I'm
very
aware.
beautiful
I got
citadel.
1 minute of this.
I got a 12. She pulls that away from me.
As you
Oh, yeah,
snatch
you
it
need
back
to
and
get
turn
in
it.
on this.
No, I'm just too distraught.
I'm
Chaos
snapping.
is erupting. At this point,
My
I'm gonna
heart's-
need you guys to roll initiative because otherwise we're gonna get fucking out of sorts with who's going when. So everybody roll initiative if you want to be part of this interaction.
Oh.
This is not a battle. It is not a battle. Let me point that out. This is not a battle.
23.
Chris, I'll let you come in 2 rounds.
23.
4.
23, 4,
22.
22.
Really?
Jesus. Are you in on this?
No, okay, let me explain what I'm feeling. I'm feeling hurt, I am feeling
You're numb.
deceived, but I didn't take it from her because I respect her wishes and I love her so much that if she's willing to
There's no way you could be happy if she doesn't
Yeah,
love
yeah.
you.
Long road, babe.
As you
Well,
snatch the mirror back,
I couldn't.
Guanapo, you are taken aback by the sudden swiftness and ferocity at which
I won't end happy.
she pulls the mirror away from you. Is there something that you needed to
Your
do
team is
in this moment? An immediate reaction. This is more of a reaction than anything else.
Can I try and pull it back?
Or are you just gonna try and
I'm so
make
all
a
I'm
make a
gonna say.
dexterity check for me to see if you have the nimbleness while she is currently pulling it away from you to get hands on it. Not a contest.
Oh, yeah.
18.
17. So you are able to just barely hook a pinky onto it as you are. It's literally like pulling, and it hurts. It hurts so bad as you are ripping it back towards you, trying to just bring in the swelling emotions, the massive amount of feelings that you normally feel on a day-to-day basis from being different people and experiencing different lives. Your emotional palette is so broad that it is almost overwhelming in this moment, and you're willing to just pour it into this mirror. So you're just trying to catch the mirror.
trying to pull it away from her.
At this point, she cannot willingly put any energy into it unless you rip it away from Guanapo, and then you would have to wait to basically use your action to pour it in next time.
Okay.
It's her action. It's
I'm next.
You're
So
next.
Do I like just? What am I doing at this point?
Are you trying to get the mirror back to
Yes.
make this deal
'Cause
happen?
My idea is what I would like to do is like look at Odette, now I love her, and then
You won't for much longer the way you're going.
Make
Have you ever watched
Make-
Supernatural? Have
make
you
a
seen
strength
what happens
check
to
for me.
Sam when he has no
make
emotions
a strength
or a
check for me.
soul?
I'm horrible.
Do you not understand what the greatest thing on the planet Earth
3.
is?
It is too. Guanapo is trying his hardest to keep this from happening, and you feel the mirror slipping out from your hands.
Is that an action? Just to
That was your action to try and pull it away.
be a grapple.
At this point, it's my turn.
Okay.
The mirror is humming in your hands. Both of you can feel the violent vibrations of this as you are pulling it apart, trying almost ripping it apart. Guapo, you're able to get another hand on it, and it's literally this vein popping struggle as you are watching your wife just frightfully dedicate herself to this process, and Fan is now coming out of his super. You're the only one that actually notices the vein-like tendrils of roots recede from his feet. As your eyes become clear, you see in front of you, as the wash of angelic, holy energy that has brought you through the earth to what you have seen begins to fade from your eyes. For a brief moment, you can see, leaning forward out of the mirror, this faint figure staring you in your eyes. Nobody else can see this, but it is just this faint silhouette of a figure, and you can see these long, gnarled horns that kind of drape down its shoulders, and you can see he's leaning forward on one foot, almost like he's standing on a ledge with one foot, leaning into you, trying to draw this out, and you see as he takes his hand and brings it forward.
Are you gonna let me cast something?
What? Did I get to go?
I'm about to
We
freak
will-
I'm
out.
having the chills, guys.
Dear Lord, this is
That is what you
intense.
take in. He is preparing something,
Do I get to go?
and it is now your turn.
But you don't see that.
But you don't see shit.
No,
You
but
just see
I
them
was doing
struggling.
this regardless. I'm casting Dominate Person on Luca.
Oh,
Okay.
honey. Go ahead.
You have to make a
Lindsay.
Wisdom saving
Yeah.
throw.
Are you trying to charm me?
I can tell you Fang's
Yes.
about to do a whole lot worse than that, so you better hope this works.
The struggle of love. We're all trying to protect each other.
You remember when we all got mad that Fan did something productive?
This is more fun though.
At least we're here together.
Not for
you're
long,
by yourself.
apparently. Not for long, apparently.
What's your wisdom saving throw?
My reaction is counterspell.
What level is your spell slots?
Fifth level.
I
You gotta roll
believe
for it.
you have to roll. It's fourth. Is automatic.
Counterspell's a third.
Fifth.
In
Is
anything.
it fourth? I thought it
When
was
we did our
fourth.
one shot, I thought I used a third level counterspell first.
Can I counterspell her counterspell?
Yes.
Counterspell.
What? Isn't it?
As a
well,
reaction.
As a
can.
reaction?
Yeah, you each get one reaction, meaning you
Oh,
don't
wow.
get another reaction.
Doesn't that just cancel out too?
Yeah, it means that. So
Wait, but hold
as
on
you
a second.
counterspell-
No, but
Unless
if
it's a
his, if it's his
concentration.
action though, but I'm
he's
not
using his
attacking
reaction. No,
Action, reaction, reaction.
it's a reaction.
him. Is that really a thing?
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
gosh.
Holy fuck.
So he's using his action to
Okay.
dominate you. So you need to make
Okay.
the wisdom. So as you release the arcane energy, you feel a block, and you're like, "Oh no, motherfucker!"
Yeah.
You feel this wash over your brain, and you immediately throw up your barriers. And the years of training that you've had and the abuse that you've suffered from the hands of your husband, you're very familiar with people trying to fuck with your brain, and you feel that kind of penetrating force trying to sink its fingers in. You throw up a block, and as you throw up that block, there is this sharp spike as your counterspell hits her counterspell, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm thinking because I'm a bard, I thought I had resistance against being charmed.
No, that's elves.
Is it elves?
And I believe also half elves.
17.
That is the saving throw.
You
So does
manage
that
to
mean-
resist as the tendrils sink into your skull, these years of mental combat and the many lives that you have spent being different people, learning different ways to negotiate or different ways to combat conflict, you are able to just barely shrug
That's a
off
really
the effects
high wisdom.
of the spell.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking
That's
beast.
really high.
As you push off the spell, you feel that it has not grasped the way you want it to. It is again the top of the round. Guanapo, what are you
I'm
doing?
gonna dash the fuck out of the room. Let's go fucking dash out of the room.
You are not able to move unless you let go of the mirror.
What? It's pinned me there?
You
No, you're
two are
holding the
fighting
I thought
for
she
it.
let go. I thought
No,
I
I didn't
She
let
has
go.
not let go.
Because he was going to with command. I'm not imagining.
That was the attempt. You're both holding. You cannot move without letting go of the mirror. You feel the purring of this mirror as it coaxes your brain. So, I see. Do
Can
we
I try
have
and
a
smash
deal?
the mirror on the ground?
Yeah, where am I?
You're standing
I'm aware,
opposite. It's a very
I wanna know
tense
where I get to
situation.
fucking
I would
come
like to
in.
try and just slam it on the ground, even if it means he and I lose
Okay,
everything.
make a strength check at disadvantage. Make
Okay.
a strength check to prevent him from pushing the mirror onto the ground and breaking
Okay.
it.
Strength. Okay. What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I was at
Why?
disadvantage, so 5.
Just say it!
13. As you rip it down, you can feel the overwhelming strength and passion that is inside of Luca right now. As she's pulling the mirror back, you are not able to. It's just too much, and you're not able to get the mirror. It does dip, but Luca pulls it back up and starts pulling it back towards herself. Luca, what are you doing?
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Fan, we never had you roll initiative.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, cool. So that means that we're
So
He's
still in the
You be
order.
next anyways, yeah.
He's in between Zoe and Matthew.
That worked out.
That actually works out perfect.
Okay, so at this point, like, he's like this.
You don't see
it.
anything.
I don't see
You don't see anything. There's only
anything.
one person who's even seen something.
Okay.
You're really struggling just against Guanapo at this point.
I'm imagining that the mirror is still facing me.
It's vertical.
Like this.
I guess it's horizontal. It is
horizontal?
pointing
Wait.
towards the ceiling. The reflective
like
surface is parallel to the ground and the ceiling.
Cool, I'm gonna go like this.
Okay, as you pull yourself over.
Would it
The
put her at
deal.
disadvantage to hold on to that thing? If
I
she
mean,
was
she's
just
really,
moving my head.
she's more
How
more
tall are you?
pushing herself into
do
you
that.
more than anything. You hear in your head, a deal, lassie,
A deal, sir.
a deal.
When I hear her say a deal,
And I look.
there's a bar downstairs, right?
Well, it's no. There's a bar that you've been to. This is
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
this is just a place to sleep.
I had to come here to find it.
I leave and go to the bar.
As
I
you
don't
look
want-
at her.
I am just so brokenhearted that that what I hear is her giving her love, her will to love away. I leave the room and go to
To
the bar.
have you all be happy.
Fuck!
How are we
Fuck
gonna be
that!
happy?
Obviously, we're all gonna be happy that
That's
you are.
the
it
word.
Obviously.
starts in your stomach,
Obviously.
and there's
That's the
this
word.
intense
You don't know what
burning.
the
No
It is a
ramifications of that are.
feeling that is
Zero
very
clue.
familiar.
Okay, let her
Familiar
do
to you.
her
Ever heard
of a
point.
monkey's
It is
paw?
very familiar to you. It is the sense of like
The
worry
British will do
and
this.
concern
you
and
would.
that
I'll stab her in the face
that
before I
development
let her
of
stab.
like
that's
crazy
Yeah.
emotion, and it spreads across your chest, and as it spreads out, it also begins to collapse, and you feel it washing away, and you feel your body become gray, and you feel
Just
the
like that.
lack of emotion as everything starts to collapse, and you hold on to it for just
I like
one
that.
more moment. As Odette
Dumbass
looks at
decision.
you from the door with the last dying light of your love,
Time
you
out.
look up at her, and you
Not
see
good.
her mouth.
It happens so quickly.
Ah, I'm gonna cry. This is crazy.
Don't cry. Don't cry, Debbie.
Luca, let's go in here.
I'm gonna smash it!
Yeah, fan casts his two
Smash
bears
it.
there,
Can I smash
and they
it?
start fucking demolishing that mirror.
What happens?
You guys start pummeling the mirror with intense fury The mirror bounces off the ground and
It's not
seems
gonna
to
break.
jump and dance across the ground, but with every impact, there is this kind of burst of energy as it resists all your physical attacks. We'll get to that.
What?
There bears punching a mirror right now. That's what you have.
If I notice that it's not working, I'm gonna have one of my bears grab the mirror and hand me it.
A bear, very gingerly with two large claws.
Here, boss.
I'm gonna put it in my pocket and I'm gonna look at you and just say, "I'll fucking see you tomorrow morning, outside."
You
7
are the
o'clock."
dumbest person on the
And
planet.
I'm walking out the door.
I'm following you.
My head is just held down.
You actually don't. You feel fine. You feel
Yeah,
great.
You don't
Oh,
care.
good, okay.
There's no. You have no compulsions
You
to
realize we
anything.
can't trust
They're
her
being
anymore.
overreactive. Honestly,
Yeah.
you made a serious sacrifice, and quite frankly, they should be appreciative of the things that you gave up to ensure their safety. Like, come on now.
Changes
But
my
overall,
mind.
you know what? They're entitled to
Understanding.
their opinions. That's fine too. Let them be.
I'll
They're
left
fine.
brain,
Don't get
right
over it.
brain.
I appreciate you guys.
Silly
Yes.
mortals.
And I will catch up to.
Wouldn't appreciation be a form of love?
Respect
Respect
is different from love.
Yeah.
You think so?
I respect plenty
Yeah.
of people that I don't love.
I will go catch up to
Like Oprah.
Odette
With me trailing behind.
with Guanapo.
You
Did
can
you
go
say
ahead
it?
and mark that down as whatever time it is right now.
And I
It's
will
probably a
probably
back for that one.
find a different. We'll probably go back into that building after a couple drinks, find a different fucking room to stay in.
Okay.
I'm
Not
gonna
letting
Start attuning
Luca
to
fucking know.
my ring of soaring.
And we will,
When we find Odette, I want to come up behind her, ignore baby weird arms and all. I'm just gonna give her, just give her a soft little hug.
One of the hands from her chest reaches out. She is just elbow deep in a beer right now. But one of the hand from the stomach kind of reaches over and takes yours. And
I
Oh,
cringe a
that's
little
so
bit, but I'm
fucking
like,
weird.
it's okay. It's okay. I can do this.
stoic, solid. You wouldn't think that this is a person who is madly in love with somebody. As you guys continue drinking into the night, you find yourself
Well-
with this 10,000 yard stare.
Well, when I say I am broken, I will be okay, I understand.
As the night
That's all I'll say.
progresses,
I'm
you
just
guys
staying back
find-
in the room with Luca, just like racking my brain, trying to find some way, and just
I'm really tired.
calling her really dumb every couple of minutes or so.
Oh, really?
As the voice of Naboon Tosh washes over you as you're attuning to your ring of soaring, you find a almost comfort in the repetition of hearing you're done. It's stabilizing. It's like a little rock that you get to grasp onto as you begin to drift off, and each of you finding in time your own place to sleep, with many questions and concerns and worries on your mind. It is not the most pleasant sleep that you've ever had. That's where we're gonna pick up after the break. You guys, go get new beers. Go empty your bladders. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna come back to this very interesting episode of the Witness Seal.
I
Stick
think
around.
we're all about to yell at Zoe.
I'm so sorry!
Very interesting conversation about Crocs while we were gone.
That's all we talked about.
It's literally the only thing we talked about. No game plans made. The dogs are fine. Hope you guys have an empty bladder. We've all done some angry peeing at this point. I did happy pee. Mine was only happy pee. And I have a fresh beer, so that's good. Just before we went on break, you guys had a very interesting conversation with a very interesting mirror. At this point, it is the next morning. Everybody a little bit maybe hungover, with a little bit of the heartaches.
Long rest.
Hair of the dog seems to fix it. Some of you a little more aloof than you were the days previous.
You could at least take my arms.
Oh my gosh.
The one that is sprouted from your stomach is gone, but the one that is behind you, that is kind of sticking out from the backside of your ribs, is still there.
Slowly but surely.
Left.
Slowly but surely. As you guys kind of wake up, I believe Fan and Guanapo went to find somewhere else to sleep for the night.
We just went. So we went down the street to the bar. We had some drinks with Luca.
No, Odette.
Odette, sorry, fuck Luca. We had some. We had some drinks with Luca.
Luca who?
Fuck, God damn it.
Odette.
We had some drinks with Odette. We walked back to the same hotel and we got a different fucking room.
There are no other rooms.
We went to a different damn hotel.
Okay.
If there was not one nearby, we went to
The next nearest place is probably about 2 blocks away,
That's fine.
and it would have cost you 8 gold.
Fine. I'll
for
pay
the
whatever
room.
the fuck it takes at this point.
It's pretty ritzy. It's
Yeah.
way nicer than the
We
cheap
would
Buffalo.
drag that with us.
Yeah, and Odette would have been with us, and then when I did storm out, I did tell Nabuntosh and Luca to meet us out front, 7 a.m.
I
sharp.
remember.
You did,
So,
yeah.
Nabuntosh, as your keen senses alert you to the time of day, you rouse your rather pallid friend. Friend? It's weird. Slam the door behind you as you enter into the street, seeing a very somber Odette and a very stern-looking Fan, followed closely by Guanapo, coming to the street. I don't know, I like that. I thought it was
Guys,
just the
I
perfect
racked
kind
my
of
brain
tense.
all night, and there's nothing that I can do that can fix that.
yeah, I'm not worried
What?
about it at this point. I think we should.
Look, why don't you just stand like 10 feet away and just keep doing it or something?
Are we going to
Okay.
do? Are we going?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
Don't be mean to her.
Are we going
I'm
to
not
do?
being mean to her. It's not worth talking to her.
Are we going to do our job today? I need to know.
We don't even know if there's a job to do anymore.
He
Well,
might
I'm
be
not.
dead, he might be alive, the war might be over, the war might be just beginning. We have
It's
no idea
possible
what's
I ended the
happening.
war before the mirror even got to Dum Dum over there. So I don't know why she felt the need. Yeah.
And there's that. I'm just gonna
You
Well-
didn't really think that one through, did you?
We can.
No regrets over there.
no regrets.
What do you want to do? You want to go on the outside of town, skirt our way around? I can do a commune. We can find the dude, see what's up.
Does the town seem different at
Make a
all?
perception check. You make a perception check too.
I want to help.
I'm just
You
looking
can make a
at
perception
my
check as
wife
well.
I create
here.
perception.
lost.
Yeah, I'll roll this up. I'm taking.
What did you
one
roll?
of those over.
Perception.
Oh,
So
man.
close.
That's alright, I got
Do I see her looking at me?
15.
14.
10.
Jesus Christ. What?
14.
What?
He got 15.
15.
I got 10.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fan was the
Um,
highest.
You're very distracted by a cat that is kind of chasing a butterfly through the town.
Does it look like it loves the butterfly?
No, it looks like it actually wants to fucking kill the butterfly. It looks like it's fully capable of hate, and it is trying to eat it. And it, as a soldier kind of gives it a kick, you watch it disappear into a
The
cloud
cat or
of
the butterfly?
the cat.
Jeez.
The soldier that's just kind of walking through, just kind of, and it just
Oh,
Is this a
disappears.
pumpkin cameo?
Right.
Pumpkin cameo.
What you notice as you're kind of staring at your wife, she turns and looks at you, and the dead stare. You can't help but turn and look away. You cover your eyes for a second, and as you draw your hand away, there is a small green triangle on your wrist, on your right hand. you two looking around, taking an observation, taking in the scene that is around you, you can see there are kind of just milling about the general population, but there is something that catches your eye, Fan. 3 guards that seem to be like currently talking to just a local patron of the city. And he's kind of like nodding and like, and the guards are like, 2 of them are kind of interested in the conversation. The other one's just kind of looking around. That's what he knows.
Do I see? So I do see Odette looking at me.
Yeah, there's a brief moment where we make eye contact.
Are you alright? Feeling okay?
I'm her. Please don't talk to me.
Yeah, I don't think you should
Okay.
speak with her.
I am looking at my wrist. Is it like a tattoo of some sort?
It's not quite a tattoo, more than it just seems to be this mark on your body.
Like a burn mark?
It's not a burn. It's just there
Do we
more
notice
than
her
anything.
looking at her wrist?
Does it look like a vein?
Yeah, I would say with your
Anyone-
perception checks, you notice her looking at her
Even
wrist.
me?
No, you are completely obsessed with
I
this.
woke up with this. Do you know what this is?
I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna inspect my own
Anybody?
wrist.
Anybody?
You don't see shit because you're covered in feathers.
Oh,
So I start like pushing stuff aside.
Luca.
Peeling aside
yeah.
and then glancing over at Fan, who takes Odette's hand
Yeah, I'll have
with
both
his
your wrists wrapped, like one in each hand. at this point.
left hand, right hand. As you hold her right hand with your left, there's nothing on yours, but as you hold her left hand with your right, there is a green triangle on your wrist.
On his wrist?
On his wrist. And as you're
Do I
kind of
have-
peeling through yours, you look at your right one more and you find there is this kind of, although against your dark skin, there is this kind of
I want to look up at the
slightly
guards.
lighter patch on your wrist.
If I like really sit there and look at the guards, are they like?
I'm gonna grab his wrist too.
Are they looking?
You
for
would have
somebody, or
advantage
they-
on hearing them, so I'll let you reroll if you want.
I asked Luca
Wait,
if she
who?
has
For hearing
it
what they're
on her
saying.
wrist.
Does he
Luca
have-
does not have anything on
Does
her
he
wrist.
have one?
That fucking 20.
As you're kind of looking at, like, you feel Guanapo, like, tug at your arms, and you're like, hey, man, stop. And, like, he looks, and you can see there is a small green triangle,
So Luca's
the
the
base
only
of
one that
which
doesn't
is
have one.
pointing towards your palm. The point is pointing back towards your elbow.
So
And that is
she's
the same for all of
only-
you.
she's
She's the only one that doesn't have
Hey,
it.
I'm gonna
guys.
cast Detect Magic.
Guys.
There is lots of magic around you, lots of magic. People carrying magic items, you guys carrying magic items. Your wrist doesn't seem to give off any kind of energy of any kind.
How do I
Um,
feel? Do I still feel like clear? Of
Yeah, there's a it's you feel lighter, like you're stepping on your toes, just a lot lighter, man.
I write in my book. I'm guessing.
With
this
that
has
nat
to do
20, you can hear. So nobody's suspicious rolling around the city. You haven't seen any like hooded figures or anything out of the ordinary. And the old man that's speaking to him like, well, actually, I have seen these magical lamps, and they're made out of glass, and they seem to hold a fire right in the middle, and they always come on at night, and I'm not really sure what's going on. Yes, we're actually improving the industries of the city. There's light bulbs. How about people? Anything of the sort of shady figures? Maybe somebody carrying around or trying to fence stolen goods, anything like that. And that is the point that your stomach goes, oh.
Yeah, we all need to move on our way, and I'm gonna kind of huddle everybody up and just go like, follow me discreetly, please.
Okay.
I'm going to walk the opposite direction of those guards.
They're inside the city, so you have three options. You can either go down the center alley, down the northern alley, because they're down the southern, or you can leave the city. You're pretty much at the front.
And I know that building that I want to go to is literally on the fucking tip of the city where I could.
Cusp up against the mountain.
I'm just kidding.
We're still married. I'm still obligated by law
I'm
to
not
be with you.
Look,
I am
I have a way to figure out our situation.
Which logically thinking,
I can send a
don't know
message
what
to
this is worse.
Joanne
It's way more
and
expensive.
see if there's anything that's changed on her front. If anyone would have information on the current status of the war, it would be her. An ally that we can trust and talk to.
At this point, the guards
gonna
have
go outside
turned
the city.
away from
Right,
the person.
let's go.
We're gonna walk outside.
You guys
the
are
city.
walking and talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to? You're just
I would like
walking
to
out?
figure out what's on my wrist as I'm kind of walking. If I could
Other
go
hand.
like on medicine or arcana or nature.
I'm gonna write in my book.
Um,
Luca's the only one that doesn't have one, but we all do. I'm wondering if this has something to do with her mirror wish.
I was asleep and.
I was asleep and-
I was doing my commute when
I
all that happened.
say she told the mirror all our names. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
That is just another dumb facet of her entire dumb
But-
evening.
I think I did pretty good. Sorry I said your name.
Make a perception check for me.
I'm assuming the mirror knew her name, but why?
She
Just a
never
weird
said her
thing.
name. She never
She
said her name.
didn't.
30.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got it. Rolled 20. Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20.
Nice.
As you're walking out, they're all kind of like huddling around their wrists and moving quickly. Fan leading them outside of the city. The large wooden gates of the city are splayed open. There are guards just kind of lining the area. Similar to the way it was when you walked in, there are people coming in and out. There seems to be a guy at the front gate that is kind of like petitioning for information. Like, hey, you know, if you want to know more about the city, you know, here's a pamphlet kind of situation. And it's as you're looking around, and it's very interesting being removed from your emotions. It's actually quite convenient because it gives you such an interesting like view. You're not worried about such the paltry
She's
things.
not looking at the women or the men.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
right.
suddenly
The
you're able
vultures.
to
Wait, so she doesn't
Notice.
get horny anymore?
That's not emotion.
it is just a quick, brief
People.
notice
She's
out of
sex
the
without
corner
love.
of your eye, out of the top on the periphery. You can see there is this robed figure that is kind of just scanning inside. He's not looking out of the city. He's looking inside the city. And as you guys approach, he's probably about, I'd say, he's almost 3 football fields away from you, right?
Are we walking away from him?
You're walking towards him, and
Fuck the
as
fuck.
About
As
three
it
football
happens,
fields is about
as you-
1,000 yards.
as
Yeah,
this
you're right.
happens,
You're
his
right.
head
You're
dips
perfect.
down and he looks squarely at Fan.
I immediately turn and said, we need to move the fuck away now.
We already looked at
You,
motherfucker.
you are being tracked. You are being tracked. And I move. I grab Fan quickly and move.
You
No.
sound like you're acting from a place of emotion.
Not emotion. The fact
I
that I
am
want to
going-
fucking
She can
die.
still feel fear. She can
I'm
still
so
feel
sorry. No, no, no.
anger.
And
As
caring,
just-
and she be caring, right? So she
Caring
and
to a
then
limited
she
effect.
cares
Caring
for
is in
us and
self-preservation.
Self-preservation.
Self,
Self-preservation.
she doesn't really give a shit about you guys.
I
As this
grabbed Fan.
happened-
I said, move. I said, and I'm gonna say to him while looking forward.
It comes
I said,
from a
"Fan,
place of self-preservation.
Fan over. What's the clock? I want to say. I want to sound cool.
It would be your 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. There's a hooded figure, and I think he just located your bowl. And I keep moving. I don't tell you guys, but you guys can obviously clearly see.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
moving.
move out of range. That's fucking fine. As soon as she says that, we're gonna round a corner. Like we'll go back.
You guys are literally going in like through
Imagine
the.
if it's 3 football fields away. We're not quite. To
No,
the
no,
entrance, right?
he's like way over there. You guys are pretty much at the entrance. He's not at the entrance. He's at the periphery
Is
of
he
the
in
entrance.
the center? Is he in
No,
town or
he's
out
on
of
the
town?
he's on the parapet. He's on the
His
wall.
300
Yeah.
or 900,
900 feet away from you, and it was literally because she got a
She rolled
30
a 30.
Right,
that
I
she
know what
noticed the
happened.
guy
I'm
looking.
debating in my fucking head what to
Have
do.
we turned a corner yet into an alley?
You guys are
We
not going
can't
into
turn
now.
into
You
an
guys
alley.
are going out into
Fuck,
the
this
bread
whole
bowl.
situation's fucked.
Oh.
What I'm gonna do is Fan is literally gonna look at you guys and say, "Turn this corner with me." We're gonna duck underneath the fucking.
You guys
brush,
are-
and I will
I'm
meet
assuming
you on the outskirts
leaving.
in about 3 hours.
You guys are pretty much like going through the entrance tunnel to the city. You're going out of the city.
I know.
Cool, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know what's
I
happening.
think we should just book. Going back in the city is going to get us caught way faster than at least trying to run.
Agreed, but what the
You can
fuck?
see
do we
At
do?
this point, you
Run.
can see there are several guards on the ground that like touch their head, and then look
Uh,
around.
I
It's-
quickly
and they
go
draw
ahead
their
and
swords
touch,
and start walking
I touch
towards you guys.
everyone's, arm because I don't
God,
want to
we
kiss their
could not
heads
have
anymore.
drugged this
Okay.
out.
I'm gonna touch their heads, and each one of them is gonna turn invisible, except for Fan. All
Okay.
4 of us are gonna turn invisible.
Okay.
Wow, she's leaving you out behind.
Well, because he can turn into a fucking
Oh no!
bug.
Just remember, she don't love any of you.
He can turn into a bug.
Fan,
Well,
literally, as
speaking.
they're all sitting there, I guess.
Your
Right?
friends just
Right?
I'm so upset
Disappear.
with what's happening right now. I'm gonna turn into a giant eagle, and you all are gonna watch me just soar into the fucking woods.
as this massive there's no woods. This elephantine
It's just
figure
grass.
just erupts into
Flat plains.
Whatever. Into the plains.
Beautiful.
Until I disappear.
golden feathers and a sharp beak and massive talons. You watch as he and takes off out through the front gate. There are several people who are like,
No,
"Oh
I wanna
shit!" and
say-
like back up, and there are guards who
Watch
start
you turn
yelling.
invisible, and
Well,
there's a
and you-
magic guy right there who I guarantee can see every
I'm gonna
single
say
one
we
of
need to
you.
make
There
our way to
is-
the last known point that we
If
were
he,
last
ha-
time.
if he has
Go.
Nothing the magic user can do at such a distance. And you guys successfully make it outside the city. It's pretty easy at this point for you guys to know, like, well, I guess we follow the giant eagle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
By the way, it does last for
An hour, if I'm
an
not
hour
mistaken.
of concentration. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I cast that motherfucker at a 6th level.
So you guys make it outside of the city. It's probably about at the end of that hour that you feel the spell slip from your grasp. Okay, cool. Standing in the middle of golden and red fields of grain, of different types of vegetation. This seems to be like the end of the summer harvest, and you can see there are farmers that are starting to sow the fields for what might be the winter harvest as the autumn begins to grow in its place.
I would like to say, as an eagle, once I get out of sight, I'm going to climb. I have very, very good sight. I have advantage on my perception checks with sight.
Okay.
I'm going to stay to a point where...
Did you use...
oh, I just transformed into a
you
fucking
used
giant
wild
eagle.
shape?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to get to a point where people can't see me, but
Okay.
I can see them, kind of deal.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to follow my party at a certain
Well, they're invisible for an hour.
Bless you.
for an hour. I would assume
Okay.
based on how long
Okay.
it took us to
I see
enter
what you're
that right, I'm going to sound the outskirts by the fields. But as soon as I see them,
Yeah.
yes, and they're coming my way.
Yeah. Make a nature check for me to see if you can properly and accurately pace how fast your party would move and then search that area for them. Assuming
the
that you
last
guys
known place that
follow.
the last known place we were at where we were hanging out and slept through the day in the brush. How close are we to that?
That is about an hour and a half away from where
Okay,
you're
cool.
at
So we
as
have
the
another
spell
30
is
minutes
released.
before we get to that point.
Well, that's an hour and a half from where the spell released. You guys are pretty far away. You're about 2.5 hours away.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll...
So you're about halfway there,
Okay,
living on a prayer.
19.
okay. I think we should continue.
I mean, we can talk and hear each other, right?
Yeah.
Well, now,
Okay.
yeah.
So we're talking as a group and following each other as our.
There are some people who are kind of off put by it as you guys forget that you're invisible in some moments and you keep having this conversation. There are travelers that are going into Ceta-Gatling that are like, and you see there's this one woman who's like, I told you it was magical. I told you. This place is going to be great for us.
Yes!
Do we notice any signs of anyone following us at all?
Make an insight check.
I would also like to help out with that.
Make an insight check. Or make an insight check with advantage. Your choice.
With my thing.
One of you can make it each, or one of you can make it
Oh.
at advantage. Your choice.
What's your insight at?
+2.
I'm going.
I rolled a 16.
16.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
It doesn't seem like they were able to
So
get
much insight, and yet
a
you don't
bead
understand
on
love.
the invisible folk.
I don't care.
I know.
I
It's
say,
cool though. I mean,
You
leave
feel
her alone.
you feel confident that nobody's following you at this point.
no one's
It's
following
probably
us.
the invisibility part that really fucked them up.
Yeah.
Alright,
Got
so
these nuts.
where's Fan?
And maybe
right
they're
now?
low
Is-
rolls, but who knows?
Is Fan with us right now?
He's up in the sky.
Fane is not with you right now. What'd you get?
I rolled a 19.
It takes you a little while, and it's more into the hour and 20-minute mark before you pick
You
up.
said perception?
I love this
Nature.
world. That number's gonna
Oh.
change.
As you accurately find them, or it takes you a minute to
I have
accurately find
advantage
them.
on sight, that's why I asked, just from my
No,
thinking.
yeah, no.
But
I was going
You're
more
doing
with
the
like you're
pace.
having to pace
Right.
them. So as you at about the hour and 20 mark, you guys have been visible for about 20 minutes, and you hear the screech of an eagle, and you turn around and look, and you see coming across low on the hilltops, flying in at a very undetectable below the radar
Feathers or
level.
something.
There is this beautiful gray-headed eagle with this slightly longer beak that comes into more of a flat point with two nostril points hanging off the end.
Interesting.
It's almost this phallic,
I was gonna say flapping.
flaccid thing hanging off the front of it.
Just hitting its
Um,
chest.
And the cry is somewhat elephant-like. And as it breaks its pattern, the wings sweeping out in front of you, dust collecting around you.
Cool.
The form. Are you dropping?
I'm not. not dropping.
You're not dropping.
Oh.
Then forget the super cool
Damn it.
entrance that I had planned for you.
Superman.
It was gonna be totally dope. It was gonna be like,
Yeah.
and you guys are gonna be blasted with sand, and through there's gonna be a figure, but I guess that doesn't
Nope,
happen.
it's still there. It's just still a giant eagle.
He's just a cool guy walk away from the explosion.
It's very awkward chicken walk.
Still a giant eagle.
Meow. Meow. You can caw.
Maybe we should go back
I know
to...
what direction that what side of the city we need to go on. It's the north.
Yeah, north of here.
I'm gonna kind of like pick up Guanapo.
In an eagle form?
He's a giant.
With a claw. Giant
Oh,
eagle.
a giant
Giant
eagle.
eagle.
Like, are we talking Lord of the Rings giant
Yeah,
eagles? Okay,
exactly.
cool.
I'm gonna pick up Guanapo and I'm going to slowly fly with Guanapo with him on my shoulders or in my, in my talons.
We should say this.
Either way, and I'm gonna start making my way north.
As
Hoping
you
everybody follows me.
kind of
I guess.
gently pattern yourself
Is that on
outwards.
your back?
Yeah, I can put you on my back.
I'm
pretty
just
easy.
gonna play because normally I'd enjoy this.
I can
but I'm
like
still
cock
feeling
you
really
up back
bummed.
there
Yeah.
as I'm
So
flying.
I'm
You
just kind
kind
of taking comfort in it.
Yeah, it's
You
it's
guys
like hugging
are
yourself,
interactive
but
with
nicer.
you know how to react.
You guys traveling as far as you do, what are you looking for specifically? Or
I just want to go for about 3 hours into the northern position where we're kind of like, I want to skirt the outside of Ceta-Gatling.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty into the wilderness. I would have a full comfort that they're going to
Yeah.
follow me.
Yeah.
Are you trying to make
There's
us...
going to be a certain point where we find like bushes or some shit, in the plains.
Are we on our way to the mountains, though?
Yep. And I am going to eventually come to a nice little halt, come on down, transform back into Fan.
you wouldn't go as far as you probably could. Taking
Right.
your full movement
Right.
would mean leaving your friends behind.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I
So
don't wanna go as fast as
riding
they can
the
go.
solar winds and finding these air currents to just kind of take the weight off your
After
energy
having a stressful
expenditures.
Day, I would have
Yeah.
had fun with going up a little bit.
a little bit of lighthearted play as you guys
So you don't
I'd
care.
say that's what happens when you love somebody.
as you
I
guys
want to know that something looks cute.
approach to appreciate that it's cute though.
I appreciate it's cute.
You can be like, that's cute.
That's supposed to be cute.
As you land on the ground, turning and seeing your friends approaching over the kind of berm that has been formed, a lot of the area around you has become these thick, gnarled, root-like structures that are similar to grass, but there's just it's like a thickening of the vegetation, and you can see that there are small palms that have kind of popped up all around in these clusters around you, and they're every now and then there's large trees that have more of an oak-like structure to their leaves, but there's this long moss that seems to hang down off of them. They're more sparse than anything else, and the coastal air that's blowing over you is very cool and refreshing in the warm day that it has been. It's a little bit after midday, I'd say, as you guys approach Fan and Guanapo at the bottom of this hill.
Have they landed? They landed
yeah,
in
are they?
church, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah, they've landed.
So what's the game plan?
I still think it would be wise for me to send a message,
Yeah, message Joanne.
Joanne, and just try and get a small picture of the goings on.
How do you send a message?
Is it sending?
I do a spell called Sending.
Cool.
So I'm going to do a spell called Sending. I'm going to pull out from my backpack a little wire cord, and I'm going to start wrapping it up, getting it wider and wider. I'm going to do a little bend, and it's going to end up looking like a horn.
Ooh.
I'm going to call out to Joanne.
It's very surprising looking at this wire. You're like, okay,
I was
what the fuck is he doing?
feeling
But even as he blows into it, it sounds like a horn. This gentle.
Okay. Get it.
It is very impressive.
Let me say, Joanne, steps were taken. We need a current update on war.
How goes it?
Any news from your side? Any word on Ivor? Luca is an idiot.
24.
Exclamation
As you release the spell, there is this kind of an interested pause as you feel like the line connect, and you can, for a brief moment, feel the surprise of Joanne. Yes.
No, that's a sound. I'm not counting that.
They count.
Yes.
point.
Damn it.
Oh.
Yes. No.
Count. Is an intelligent
Get the fuck
space.
out of
It's
That's
a
on
pause.
you, not Joanne.
That's a DM ruling, but
Yeah, don't say it. Joanne
I
is
happen
an
to listen to
intellectual
you
type.
hear-
I happen to listen to a show where the DM literally made a rule where if you curse, it doesn't count. So you feel free to count the ums.
I mean, I'm just saying when I did mine, I was very purposeful in not doing
You also
Chris is already frustrated that he rolled
Message.
a fucking 20 out of 26 and the kids hear a guard, but
you did hear a guard.
not talking about what was that.
Anyways.
Anyways, I'm glad to hear that you're okay. Luca takes me as more of the intelligent type.
Really?
Really?
This is
What
what
are
we're
we
wasting
long
words
conversation on? Go ahead, Joanne.
Joanne's not smart enough.
She's
The
at
war
She's a leader.
The war?
The war
Right.
is at a halt for the moment,
is at a hot.
Halt. Halt.
waiting for your work to finish.
22? 20, maybe that's 20.
25. Be 25.
Okay.
Good luck.
If you were to finish, so that means nothing happened.
I'm gonna blow into the horn again.
We don't know what she said, right? Because he's in his mind.
It's all in his mind.
Is Ivor dead? Ivor dead. What is our mission if he is? Ums count as words.
Please don't use them.
Limited response, 25. 25 words. I really want to call her a dumb bitch.
Don't be Dennis Reynolds.
Right.
You dumb bitch.
We need more details. Please be concise.
Ooh, that was actually word. Concise.
Finn, as you're waiting for this second message
Using
to be
another spell
sent,
slot.
you get the immediate knowledge that somebody has defied your orders. Again.
What's his face?
The response you get, concise. No updates on war. Ivor, life unknown. Your job, kill him.
I got both of you.
Goodfellow, safe for now.
15.
Weird god destroyed your cornfields.
Strange man. No.
Nothing grows there.
Any information appreciated. Any help required, let us know. And that's it.
Well, she's worthless. We literally have no new information from that at all.
Yes, we do. Nothing.
No news is good news sometimes, you
An
know?
update. She said no update on the wall.
Ivor's still alive, though. We know that much. Or she doesn't know, so that probably means he's still alive.
But we don't know.
Look, we came here for a job. We've already fucked away plenty of it.
Can we fuck away another hour, please?
Finn
If
wants
you'd
to
like.
burn his bowl.
I'd
Where
like
we
to.
need to go next?
I would like to get my spell slots and I just wasted that.
Yeah,
You
no,
do
no,
that
no.
while
Do
walking.
you get your spell slots after a short rest?
I do.
I can give you a cat nap. It only takes 10 minutes.
Well, I too would like to fucking short
What a very
rest. Short rest
pragmatic
is only
idea.
30 minutes, so I don't see why we should waste something for 20 minutes.
Short rest is not 30 minutes.
I thought it was an
It's
hour.
4
It's an
hours
hour.
or so.
An
It's an
hour?
hour. It's a
It's
full
an
hour.
hour? Yeah.
Okay.
Games is written, or rules is written. In our other campaigns, I do 10 minutes because I'm like, okay, let's fucking get this shit going.
So
But
you can either.
Rose is written. It's an hour minimum.
I can either have all of us take. Well, whoever needs to take a cat nap real quick. It will only take 10 minutes.
I need cat nap.
I'm good.
That is a very pragmatic idea of you. Well done.
You're most welcome.
I'll take a short rest with you. I need it.
I'm gonna try and
We're gonna need more wild
paint
shapes.
some stuff. I'm trying to paint some stuff. It's gonna be very sad,
For
blue,
10 minutes?
expressive things to express my emotions.
Yeah, what blue expressive things would you like to express?
Abstract art.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Performance check.
I'm gonna grab some dirt from the ground, grab it and kind of like on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and like go on top of
15.
Fan's head, sprinkle a little bit, and then draw like a circle in his head, and then I'm gonna go to Naboontosh, draw some sand on his hair, and then draw a circle each for 10 minutes, just going back like this.
Yeah. It's very strange. It's like watching somebody do like
Which is what the music
the
sounds
crystal
Yeah.
the crystal like wah wah.
It feels like a very unenthusiastic massage.
It is very
And you will fall
unenthusiastic.
asleep.
And you fall asleep for 10 minutes.
Yep, you fall asleep
But-
for 10 minutes.
You know, into your trance more than anything.
My question is, are we?
But it's like forced.
15.
It's abstract for sure, and it is nonsensical. And in some
Should be
circles,
expressive.
maybe people would be like, "This is just the most gorgeous." The way Guanapo in the way his art. Around these lot, it maybe be a little less appreciated, but you feel happy or content at least
You guys
that
take a short
the
rest.
message was sent via your artwork.
Lots of blues.
Whether or not they can appreciate it is being.
I want
Naboontosh
people
would
to
absolutely
look at it and
appreciate that.
say, "This is dope."
Naboontosh would absolutely say
Yeah,
that
that's
was
pretty dope, Monaco.
You guys are
Most,
asleep.
yeah, you
Very
guys are.
dope.
10
bro.
minutes, and I
10
gotta
minutes.
fucking.
Brosky.
That ain't even it. We gotta fucking figure out what the fuck we're doing. We came here to kill somebody. We're no longer in the city, nor have access to the city now that they've seen all of us.
I guess we can now follow your plan though and go on the outside.
Yeah, we don't have a choice at this point. My question is, do I burn the bowl now? You know, we have 24 hours to do this.
Well, we
Well-
probably shouldn't get near the city if you still have the bowl.
Right, because
It takes an hour, right?
they have locate objects.
Yes, I just want to know a plan. I don't need the semantics.
I think
Am
at
I
this
burning
point,
the bowl now? We're going to get our target, and we're leaving.
I think we
Yes.
burn the bowl and we use the 24 hours to the absolute utmost.
Just want to make this
I agree with
clear.
that.
You all would make terrible fucking
well,
assassins.
what time is it?
What time is
Well,
it?
that's
It's a little-
not assassins. Yeah.
Naboontosh would know that it is a little bit past noon at this point. You guys probably have about 5 hours left in your normal travels.
So if we were to sleep right now, we need 8 hours. We then would wake up at
Well,
nighttime.
no, yeah, we could wake up super early and burn the bowl.
It's so early it'd be late.
Right. So we would still, but it would be nighttime.
We
when we're
just
moving,
woke up
right?
like an hour and a half ago.
No, you
Or
woke up
4
like
hours ago.
7.
About-
We woke up at 7.
Yeah.
So.
I flew
It's-
for 3 hours. So that
It's
means we
about
escaped
1:30.
for an hour.
1:30.
I think we should possibly make our way back at like 4 a.m.
I don't
In
think
the
that's a
dark?
good idea to go
No.
back because they're clearly looking. The black cloaks are looking for Fan.
No, they're looking for all of us. You all are with me.
They
They're
looked
looking.
at you.
I'm well aware of who they looked at. What I'm telling you is they saw a group of people with me, and no fucking person on earth is gonna be just looking for the one person.
Well, especially.
Well, I think I'll be okay, and I'll change into the hunky. What's his name?
they'll know me. You know my
Dorel?
body, actually.
Right.
She don't care about my
You're
body.
gonna turn into
anymore.
Dorel?
Aw.
No, not Darrell.
Oh, you
the
said
other
the
guy.
You said the hunky
Sex
guy.
with that
The
guy.
Asimar.
Oh, the
Asmar,
Asmar dude?
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, dude.
fuck, dude, I don't remember. He was a total bro, though.
Tobro.
Are you still sexually attracted to him? yet?
Ruskies.
You could
I don't remember his name, but yeah, you turned
What
into
is
that
she?
guy.
Yeah. So I mean, like, we can like just
Yeah, you could
chill.
be sexually attracted to someone. And
Right, but
not
I'm
be
asking
in
her
love
if she
with
is.
them.
I really think it's
Am I
more of
sexually
like a.
attracted to
To
me?
Odette.
Odette? I respect her.
Oh.
You're not even sexually attracted to her anymore?
Well, I know that we're married, and by law, I will provide.
But do you have any
His name is Caden.
physical desire?
Kaden! Thank you. Huh?
But do you have any physical desire to be with her?
Wow, that worked.
Good question.
If I do need to
Dottie, that was the
ejaculate,
name.
I will.
You are a walking fleshlight now.
Hot.
No, don't worry. The amount of laws we've broken, I don't think marriage is going to be too much of a problem.
Sorry.
Fan. Alright.
So-
I guess we hunker down and I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I'll start
I'm gonna
or
change
4 a.m. I'll start cooking for y'all.
Okay.
We'll wake up,
That's
we'll eat,
perfect.
and we'll go.
So you'll take last.
I mean, you
watch.
really, at this point, you would wake up at almost 10 at night.
Right,
Right, that'd be
camp
solid,
out
right,
or
yeah.
whatever, right?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Most of us don't have night vision.
Is there not an option to sleep in?
I mean, you can sleep in. Would you like to sleep in till a certain time in the night?
Is that what you guys want to
Well,
do?
let's.
What time do you want to wake up? What's the end goal here?
I want
What
to
time
wake
are
up at 4 a.m. I want to cook for an hour.
So
and
yeah,
at 5 o'clock
he
head
did
out.
last watch. 4 a.m. Maybe wake up at 3, start doing the bowl.
So
I
if
mean,
we have
you
to hang
guys-
out here for a couple hours,
Yeah,
that's
you guys
fucking
basically
fine.
make a camp underneath this cool, kind of semi-hilly. It's very low hills, but the landscape around here is very tropic that you're getting. The more north you go, the more tropic it feels.
While we're walking, or if we're gonna stop, I'm gonna store my ring with 5th level healing word. I'm gonna give it to Odette because I know that she's a tank
Okay.
and normally up in front.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give her healing word at 5th level. Oh, you didn't have me roll to see how many slots I can do for this ring.
Go ahead and roll for the slots you can do for that ring.
The D6, right?
Healing
Yeah,
ward.
it's 6.
Word.
Oh.
She says word. So funny.
6.
Dope.
Dope.
Um,
So you can fit 6 spell slots,
shit.
if I'm not
Big
mistaken.
spell slot levels.
So it's 6
So-
levels of spells.
Right,
so you
so
have
5th
5,
level, yeah,
and then you
so
get
it's 5.
you got 1 remaining.
So 5th level healing word, and then go ahead and do 1st level. It's quite a bit on my list. Go ahead and do.
Do we have a nighttime crickets?
I mean,
Do
yeah,
cure wounds. 1st level. And if you need those, let me know.
It'll be her spells and her modifiers and everything, but you get
Yeah.
to use them at will. Who's got first watch?
I'll do it.
I'll do all watches.
You got all watches.
I'll stay up with Odette.
Yeah, I'll be
I'll let
staying
you
up
guys.
till loud
So I'll
enough
say the
as well.
first
Honestly.
several hours until people start nodding off are fairly easy, a little tense, strange, foreign. The dynamic of the party is definitely not the same without the occasional sex joke. Even any attempts to use the tickler seem to not incite any
would
kind
still
of
totally
real
use it.
reaction, more than just casual, passive appreciation.
I'll be less rapey with it, but I'll still use it.
Yeah. First watch will go to Odette and Naboo and Tashi. Guys, go ahead and roll.
That's
Actually,
not-
fuck it. Let's all just roll at the same time so we can make this easy.
What do you want me to roll?
Perception.
6.
Ooh, nat 20 plus an 8.
22.
21.
I got 18.
Jesus Christ.
I brought it all down.
The only person,
Everything.
the only person who can actually stay awake the whole time is like,
Actually, you know what? I think a better way of saying it is I would spend that time communing with my spirit, trying to reconnect with my Corey spirit.
Corey?
it's the intrinsic
the
self-evaluation of what is different and what is new. It's almost like you're more flexible, almost like you have less of a burden on your shoulders, and getting this kind of very insightful and mentor-mentee relationship established with the only other person living in your head at this point is very enlightening, and you feel more spiritually in tune with yourself than you ever have before. The rest of you notice through your watches that Nabuntosh is a little out of it. There are the sounds of night creatures and the occasional bug bite that really, that's gonna itch later, but for now you're gonna be okay.
Seems like a passionate feeling.
Hating something?
Fan, as you
Kind of.
watch Nabuntash kind of fiddling with the fringes of his coat, you're like, all right, it's fucking time to make some breakfast. What are you making?
Oh shit! Here we go.
Well, for my breakfast, I'll probably, for the first like 20 minutes when I watch, go out and start picking some different types of grasses, some insects, some. If I can find any fruits, I'll find some fruits.
So,
Are we eating?
with the limitations of this spell, you can literally.
Oh, I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah, I can make whatever I want. They're gonna eat what I fucking want.
Healthy appreciation.
Yeah.
Lost her Thermidor,
Luca
like, none of
gets a
that fucking
saltine
shit.
cracker.
With extra salt.
With extra
And I'll go find some.
Stupid.
I'll go
Oh, yeah,
find some
salty
things
biscuits.
that.
I just saved them.
Essentially some veggies and stuff like that. And then when I get back, I'll put them all in the bowl. I'll start crocking this up. There's going to be a whole healthy lot of corn for Guampo.
We don't digest.
It's going to be like beautifully roasted corn.
Wow.
I will also have like a couple bowls of
Which one?
berries and different fruits
Okay.
out and about. For myself, I'm just gonna have like an entree of veggies and some insects there. Yeah, it's gonna be a good old healthy vegetarian ass breakfast.
Okay.
Maybe a little granola for somebody too, just in case.
As you guys wake up, stretching your bones about you, feeling the cool night air has not left this situation. There's definitely that temptation to pull your blankets around you tighter and go back to sleep, but you resist as you see Fan is preparing something, and the delight and excitement at eating something other than like numbness bread and jerky
Oh yeah.
washes over you. As
It'll be cornbread though.
you're finishing the spell?
Yeah.
As Fan finishes the spell over this golden bowl, you can see this kind of beam of golden light that shoots out at a limited, probably 2-foot length, and another one, and another, and it just kind of erupts, and this whole bowl seems to glow for a second as this warm liquid seems to pour out from the sides of it and spread out across the ground, forming about 3-foot by 8-foot rectangle, and then that rectangle rises from the ground and continues to rise in this weird pillar-like structure, almost like the beginning of Game of Thrones, where things just rise randomly out of the ground into these different bowls and shapes, and you can see textures are starting to form, and it looks so delicious. And oh, I know that's French toast, and oh, that's definitely got to be some bacon. There's definitely some eggs in here, and as it all solidifies into its final picture, what you're looking at is probably more of a insect museum mixed with like
carrot bacon, where I like took some carrots and I like made them real thin, like paper, and then I kind of like dipped them in some oil and fried them up. Some carrot
Is
bacon.
this literally a breakfast bowl? Like, when you use it, does it represent breakfast?
it.
No, the bowl's
It is
gone.
like a table. There is a picnic table,
Yeah.
and on top of that table are different bowls and trays and plates and platters full of very vegan or holistic, maybe, if I dare say, Goblin Core style foods.
Oh wow. What a weird real
Wouldn't
world.
Goblin Core be more like rats and shit?
Yes.
It said things to
He
do
was
with
just trying to be
fungus
cut.
and I don't know.
Let's go
Cottage.
with Cottage Core.
But the
Cottage core,
table
sure.
would be beautiful too. I would have it would have been like this
It's
beautiful
oaken.
handcrafted elven looking table that would like grown from the ground
Ooh.
basically.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about this for a second.
Yeah, it would have been fucking dope. And you all get I didn't roll that great. So you all get 11 points of health for the next 24 hours. So that's your
Temporary.
maximum and the increase. So your maximum health goes up by 11.
Oh,
Wait.
So if anyone were to heal
and
us, right?
temporary?
So wait, hold on a second.
Your maximum and hit points goes up by 11.
Okay, so max
And you get to-
HP modifier 11.
And you get to fill those.
Oh, okay, so just temporary hit points.
No. You do where you see. So
Where
click
it says
on it.
max HP modifier at the bottom left.
Yeah. Oh, what? Click on your thing. There you go. Now where it says max HP modifier at 11.
Yeah, and we can fill those up.
Oh, cool.
Damn!
2,000.
Jeez Louise!
She's over 9,000.
So you got that for 24 hours, and then on top of that, you get you bring forth breakfast, yada yada yada, magnificent food and drink. Yeah, it's just water. Hope y'all enjoy water. The feast takes 1 hour to consume. Blah blah blah. Disappears at the end of that time.
It is.
So do you have to make a
Effects don't
feast
set
for
in
the
until the
stuff?
hour is over.
You use the bowl,
I use the bowl
which then
to
creates a
consume
feast.
The feast. Yeah, or to make the feast. Yeah, that we all then consume.
It is an arcane feast.
Okay.
It's
So
Oh,
talk about
food.
Pan's
It's
Labyrinth because I'm not touching shit.
It's all magical food.
it's magical food.
Mm.
It's like
What's that?
God damn it, Hook,
Curious about
where
this.
they're doing the food fight, and it's just like you're doing it, Peter.
Curious about this. The creature is all creatures who eat this are cured from all diseases and poisons.
At this point,
Do I de-age?
the
And you're immune to being
What?
frightened.
De-age? Remember when I was aged in that one?
de-age, no.
I don't go back to my normal self.
You could have asked for that.
However,
All your wisdom
the
saves
arm
are at
that is
advantage.
kind of hanging out of your ribs as you're chewing on this really gross beetle, it's like, but you've eaten things like this for, and you just watch the bones kind of start collapsing in
It's
on
going
themselves
away?
and quickly, and the
I'm
skin.
kind of sad that it's gone.
It's
Wow.
it's pink and it's red, but it's
Oh.
gone.
Okay.
Like fresh skin,
I grab Odette's hand that had the mark on it and I look at it.
still there.
Yeah, no.
All
we're
of
all
them
still
still
fucked.
remain.
And yeah. Got through all your hit points.
I'm going to go ahead and. Oh, did we take a long rest already?
Yep.
Don't we get advantage on certain saving throws too?
Wisdoms.
Wisdom.
I'm going to cast Legend Lore.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh god, so many things. Okay. Did I cast it? Yes, I did. Okay. I would like to talk about the mirror that has the R and D initials on the back of it. I want to talk about the mirror being some type of wish-giving kind of deal. The fact that it seems to be interested in taking souls or states of being, where it was located, what it looked like, the voice that came out of it, all that stuff, and I want to know what origin or like where that mirror came from, or like what about that mirror.
As you focus on this mirror, everything that you can remember about it,
Do we still know that mirror?
it is not a passionate
No.
thought more than it is a intrigued thought. The words that come across your mind are the crushing circus. And this mirror floating around, almost like suspended in front of you, you get the idea that it is fueled by the suffering of others.
Okay.
But in that, will provide them with whatever it is their heart most desires. So it's a trade-off. The goal of this object is more nihilistic than anything else. It doesn't really care about who wins or who loses or what's right and what's wrong. It's very much so, I have a purpose. There is a lot of suffering that you gather this creature, this entity has created over the years. And as it kind of plays out before you, these horrific images of people weeping or people in a similar state to yourself. You're not really too fazed by it, but there is quite the macabre circus of just different people in different parts of their lives in different stages of grief. Just laid out before you. Each one with a different wish that has been fulfilled.
Has been fulfilled. Cool. Anything about the R&D that comes to mind? Nothing? Nothing like who's been holding it, where it's been before?
You get lots of different faces, like tons of different faces, but no one specifically other than your friends that you can see, and more than seeing anyone that chose to engage with it being in a future state, you see them more in their present state as they are right now.
Okay.
Did we hear her cast this in the words that she said?
I would assume not. I mean, is there a verbal component to the spell?
It would pretty much just be me mumbling.
Yeah, it's more just like more of the consistent mumbling that she's been making. Like it's just almost well, Chris would have to edit that one out. It's this self-contained social awkwardness
I'm just like,
of like she doesn't really seem to care what you guys think if she's mumbling under her breath to herself.
Fan,
Yep.
I have a bit of an idea,
Yeah.
but it could possibly be unforeseen risk. What if we brought out Dawnbringer and sat the mirror on top of Dawnbringer? He might be able to see the true nature of the mirror and maybe some details that we don't know.
I mean,
He picked apart all of our pasts and all of our secrets with no problem, and seemed really eager to do so. I don't see any inherent risks, but we just don't know.
Yeah, I personally, if you want to do that, I'm okay with it.
I would like to try and understand the nature of what we just did.
I just personally think that we should just never look at the damn thing ever again.
So you think we should what? Throw it in the river?
I'll take it with us somewhere and
What if
find
some
a place
poor
where I
fish?
won't tell
I
literally
mean,
anybody.
we're not looking into it. Dawnbringer would
It seems like a
possibly
separate
have
thing.
an idea.
Dawnbringer can talk?
Yes. He announced my secrets to the world willy-nilly.
I haven't talked to it much. It's been my sword.
Well, it's not our fault you're not really personable, but
He's not a personable being.
He's an inanimate object, it seems.
I say I'm not an inanimate object.
hardly seems inanimate to me.
Inanimate, my right hilt.
I mean, we can show Dawnbringer the,
I think we
I
should try
bring
it.
Dawnbringer out.
can
I say
can
good
have
lass,
that real
it's-
quick?
A pleasurable morning to you,
You don't trust me with
and your
Dawnbringer?
compatriots. What service might I be able to render to you this morning?
Can we hear him?
He's not trying to make himself unknown to you guys.
Do you feel this mirror that we have?
Perhaps maybe a closer inspection is due.
We destroy your sword, I'm terribly fucking sorry.
I doubt. The great Dawnbringer has not been sought out or routed in the many thousands generations.
I will hold
I
the
do say, I resent that.
mirror up to the sword.
As you guys kind of present the hilts of
And
the
if anyone tries
sword,
to look at
holding
this mirror, I'll
holding
punch you in
on to
the
the
face.
pommel and putting your hand flat against the blade,
Great.
flipping the mirror around so that you're not staring into it, looking at the engraving on the back, holding the two close to each other, there's this burst of bright blue and black energy as you move them closer to each other, and you feel like trying to put two northern magnets against each other. It's this constant resistance, and you're having to struggle to hold it there until there's this pop, this loud kind of banging sound, and the energy disperses between the two, and Dawnbringer is forced backwards. You almost let go and almost kill your wife, but you don't. As the blade falls into the ground, it swings past your face, and you're like, oh, that was really close. You holding on to the mirror, it takes everything you have not to let it go flying off into the distance.
Dawnbringer, what was that?
I don't know what it is that you would not like to get into, but perhaps that foul thing ought to be left at the bottom of the lake.
If I look at the engraving on the back, do I notice what that is or what it
It
means?
says R&D.
Oh, it's not like a symbol.
No, it just says R&D.
Yeah, fuck.
The mirror brings suffering.
Dawnbringer, do you know what R&D would mean on this mirror?
I perhaps don't, and quite frankly, I'm not interested in learning. I say.
Yeah.
Do you have any actual insight
Why-
for us?
Went about as well as I thought it would.
well-
Um,
In a moment like this, all I can say is that those who bring sunshine to others are incapable of keeping it from themselves.
Can they all hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not elemental.
Well, he can be.
Alright, well, should we hike this fucking mountain and get on our way?
Yeah.
Well-
we gave the old.
I don't know if there's
University
a well anymore.
try.
I'm putting the mirror back in my fucking
Are we
pocket.
going to get rid of the mirror? Throw it in the river.
Someone else will find it.
You all don't need to know what the fuck I end up doing with this mirror when we're done. As long as we don't fucking die and have this guy take it.
Are you gonna try and get your cornfield back?
No.
Probably not. You know, when I first found the thing and started probing it, I certainly didn't intend for others to use it.
Probing it.
As you guys travel north
Yep.
for the day, moving forward and on, we're having these in-depth discussions about what your intentions were with the mirror, or what your intentions are with the mirror, or what your intentions in this moment with each other are. You carry on for the first few hours, the sun breaking over the horizon.
Still head up hill.
It's a cool morning, it's breezy, and as you look up, it's pretty overcast, which leads to a very cool trek through this tropical landscape. The trees become taller and more frequent. The palms are growing larger. There is the presence of a bush that seems to create these kind of knurled, tangled walls that surround a lot of the smaller trees. There is this lichen-like moss that seems to hang off of every other branch of every other tree. It is beautiful, and the breeze that blows past you keeps you cool as you walk. 4 or 5 hours into this journey, you find a small babbling river that is running from your east to the west, babbling brook.
Is it red?
It is not red. Continuing past it, it's a very easy thing to ford. Getting to the other side, looking ahead, you're probably about you're probably about 100 feet away from taking in this sight. This kind of almost hedge-like structure that seems to run the entire left and right laterals of your vision. It's a mix of tree line and bushes and palm trees and different vegetative structures, but it does look like it would be very difficult to try and move through this space.
How close do we think we're to the city?
You guys are pretty far from the city at this point. Several hours. Probably a half day, if
Well,
not more.
are we wrapping around
You guys are
to
getting-
get to the
No,
mountain?
you guys are
gotta get
far
to the
north.
fucking-
You guys have moved past
I'm
the city.
talking
at
about
this
the
point.
northern wall of the city as it goes up. My goal
So,
is to stay
the
within
ridge
a
line-
decent range,
the
like
ridge
within an
line-
hour or two of it.
The ridgeline of the mountains
My goal wasn't
continues
to burn
north.
that hole unless I knew I was usable range. Trying to figure shit out.
You got your love back.
That we did not.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
So if we made a straight shot to that wall, how long would it take us?
To the city?
Right.
Several hours. Guanapo, make an insight check for me. Guanapo.
Me?
Or you go up.
I have a headache right now. Sorry.
That's why I've been drinking.
I want to
It's sort of my
communicate,
headache.
Insight, you
but
said?
not for this fucking far
Insight.
away. And I feel like I just wasted this
How far away
all
from
that I spent.
10.
10?
Well,
said
it's
half
24 hours,
You
right?
get that nagging
We got
feeling
5
that somebody's
hours out of it
watching
right
you.
now.
You said we're half a day away.
We're half a day away.
If I can I probe into
From the
that?
city. You guys have been traveling north for quite some time.
Can I probe into that a little bit more?
Our intention was to.
Not with the 10.
Can I look around or like try?
Yeah.
Looking
Travel
around,
the
taking
city.
in
So we
There's
stopped at
not
5 hours when we stopped doing it.
anything
Yeah.
that you can see.
I'm gonna write a little note to Fan. I feel like someone is watching this.
As you finish scribbling this down and you show it to Fan, whose clear frustration with this moment is wearing on his face, there is the sudden creaking sound of it just. And you guys all look up, and it's like almost a Scooby-Doo style trap, and you're like, okay.
Back
And
up.
everybody
What?
takes a step. Instead of running away from the tree, you guys all just move to the side of it like every other intelligent person would do.
Backflipping.
And it just fucking crashes down at your feet. Standing at the base of this tree, you can see this massive hairy creature that's about 6 feet tall with these really short, lithe arms ending in sharp talons. It looks like
We called this one, Matthew. We wasted the fucking ball. Fucking.
what you're staring at is apparently, it's very strange. It's a goblin head on a bugbear's body and has a
One of those creatures.
the arms of a tabaxi. It's extremely strange looking, and it is staring at you with this bloodthirsty look on its face. You've seen creatures like this before. You've not seen creatures like this since before you met your husband. But they are familiar to you, and I need everybody to go ahead and roll an initiative.
Are they
Wait, they're not-
familiar to me because
You're familiar with
Bryce
because it's the
made
guy.
them?
Yes.
But didn't we see similar creatures at the battle at Goodfellow?
Mm-hmm. Well, okay.
So she would have seen them.
In
more.
that sense,
Okay.
yes, but this
15.
kind of weird setup. 15.
Nat 20 plus a 7.
18.
you always roll so high.
12.
And then she gets a plus 7.
For
13.
initiative.
You got mine, right?
Okay.
I just want to say something on someone pickups, but there's no like cultural. Like,
No,
culture
there's
bless
nothing.
you. It's just kind
Bless
of,
you.
like, even more.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't
You
hear that.
just point out the hiccups and then it's gonna work.
Hiccups!
Loser, you got hiccups.
I know. You're
Control your diaphragm, Jesus.
First up is gonna be Guanapo. As this creature kind of stands, you can see the gash marks at the base of the tree. It looks like it just
Yeah,
literally
what's up?
powered through. I mean, we can if we want to.
Well,
Do you guys have your minis?
uh,
I don't have minis. You know what? Theater of the mind, guys. Oh wait, everybody has their shit.
No,
Fuck you guys.
yeah.
You want us
dude.
theater of the mind? We can theater of the mind.
We are on a streaming service.
Make it happen. Oh god.
I can make Roarin the Chimera for you.
No,
if you want.
it's not. It's just a.
Yeah, I feel like we.
Okay, at least he's still somewhat alive. Veer is annihilated.
Both of which are
Vera's in
your
trouble?
Huh?
Vera's in trouble? Or Vera's eaten by a dog?
Yes.
Dead.
Obliterated.
DED.
Wait.
Dead.
That was weird.
That was
Anybody else
weird.
see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That
That
was
was
interesting.
super
You
sick.
hooked
Somebody
them
pick that up.
Help
You
them out.
hooked it underneath the feet.
I didn't mean to do that. Cool. Yeah, it's standing not 10 feet away from you. There's a log between the lot of you. I don't know where our logs
We
are
should
at.
take washers to the bottom of those things. That way they're a little bottom.
A little heavy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
There you
Washers
go,
don't
honey.
cost
I
anything.
need this.
So is he right freaking in front of me like that then?
Can you put this between you?
Yeah, we're just clueless.
It's
people.
more.
Ah!
Walking through a
Like
forest
here?
in a
Yeah, but lay it
direction
down.
you choose.
Lay down.
That way, and a little bit more that way. A little bit right there. Good. Great. Marco, what do you want to do?
So tell me exactly what I'm seeing right here then.
It is a gnome's head, little tiny head, on top of a big bugbear body with these really skinny tabaxi arms. The fur is similar in nature, but the tabaxi arms are more smooth, whereas the bugbear is definitely that more kind of dirty, ruffled, less kempt appeal to it.
Okay.
Like you can see these deep surgical marks where everything seems to be sewn back together.
To gain some distance for this guy, so I'm gonna backtrack
Okay.
just to give myself some distance.
Bless.
And I'm going to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let me see if there's anything else.
So 3 attacks.
Oh yeah, because of my gloom stalker.
Yep.
Nat 1 on the first one.
Oh, God.
Cool.
Who's that one?
Cool.
Oh,
If Chris was
Technically,
Van's
technically
having a
it's
lovely
10.
fucking day. dude.
So 20 on not a natural, 20 on the second one.
Okay.
26 on the third one. So 1, 20, 26.
Go ahead and roll for all three. Unfortunately, 10 still doesn't hit, but it was also an one.
Well, luckily I'm prone, so she probably won't hit me.
Oh, God.
It's almost like you just can't keep your feet underneath you today, man.
Well, 4 points on the nat 1.
Take 4 points of damage, Trent.
At least that was my bad one.
Yeah.
He seems really happy about that.
I'm fucking thrilled.
Super
right
pleased.
now. We somehow went fucking miles
4
off
points
course,
on the
somehow
second one.
fucking wasted
4 points on the
all
second one.
fucking people's stuff.
9 points on the third one.
Okay. So 13 points of damage. As you sink these 3 arrows,
I didn't either.
one into
I
Fan's
specifically
calf,
said we wanted to.
2 into this creature, you watch as it buckles violently, and you see blood is pouring from its mouth, and it looks really hurt by what you've just done.
Okay.
You said you wanted to fly 3 hours north.
Yeah, the city was to my west.
Yeah, I kept that true. That's all true at this point.
Okay.
It's gonna take the day.
At walking speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've been traveling for like 5 hours plus the 3
No, it's
hours
cool.
that you started.
Yeah, now I'm half the day away. I get it.
Anyways, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm not going to argue with you on this one. You're the DM.
Next is gonna be the
We
Bootage
got it.
lying on the ground.
Not like this. I'm going to use the tree as cover and go
Okay.
around the other side. I'm gonna poke my head. I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Yeah, right about there.
He's gonna lay around the wall. This
This
is really
I
sad.
still want to stay
laying
behind.
down.
I still want to stay behind it.
Okay.
And like use it as cover, but I'm leaning out.
Yeah.
How much of my movement did that use?
That was about 20 feet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I am going to
Oh,
cast.
rests up against the edge of the
Use
tree.
your
I'm
forehead.
gonna shoot Eldritch Blast at it.
Oh, whoa. He's like Ivor here. Eldritch Blast.
No,
3.
I'm standing firm and strong. Damn
Okay,
it.
cool.
Eldritch Blast. Nat 20.
That's 21.
Oh,
So the first
shit!
one. Do you want to roll that damage first?
Shit.
Should I roll that damage? That is 10 plus 4, 14. What's it?
14 points of damage.
First one.
As the Eldritch Blast slams into its chest, you watch as the arms are ripped violently off from it. Its head lolls onto the ground, and the body collapses. There is, as it sits on its knees, it's just a torso on its legs. On its knees in front of you, there is a water satchel across its back that seems to have ruptured, and there is a very slight crimson flow coming from it.
Is it still moving?
No, it's dead. the end of that.
Oh, great.
Yep.
I think we're near the enemy.
Yay!
Wait, we're done with this attack?
Yeah, I think we're near the enemy because the water's red and we found a chimera, and those are all signs that the enemy is near.
I agree.
The end is nigh.
Right?
It's not-
Still well within 24 hours of the bowl use, mind you.
Yeah. So, we're good.
Fuck up,
Wow.
man.
Fan's having a rough day. I just got shot in the back by an arrow, alright?
As he's
I'm
literally
the
reaches
easiest
over
to
and just
kill creature.
pulls it out. I think the rats were easier.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
You guys
sheepishly
fucking
kind of.
overkilled the rats.
Well, I literally did one spell.
Yeah, no. I will give it back to you freely. Yeah. I'll even clean it off for you.
As he wipes it on his trousers and hands
Do we
it
hear-
back to you.
Do we hear the stream nearby?
There's a stream behind you.
Yeah, we passed one. It's not red.
It's not bad.
Okay,
But I guess we should start making our way west.
yes,
So we
west.
at least keep within a decent mileage of the wall.
Yes.
Maybe like a southwestwardly direction.
If you'd like to go southwest, you can. Yes. You're really following the mountain ranges. That's
Okay.
the
We might have a different misunderstanding here than what I'm thinking. The city, if this was Ceta, and we came out the gates and we went north,
Mhm.
and then
And then-
followed the crest of the city.
No.
Because
That is not how that
the
would
goal is to
functionally
get
happen.
to the north side of the city.
That has been
We've
your
said that from
intention
square one.
to get to the north side of the city.
Correct.
I was under the impression that
That is
you've been traveling north 8 hours.
Why would we just be traveling
Right.
north?
Where are we leaving?
Well, we didn't exit
Right.
from the south point of the city, did we?
We exited
from
from
the west.
the east.
The east.
The east corner, and then you bucked
We
north.
exited from the east. Boom.
That's
We
not
went
east,
out
it's-
here.
East would be the right.
So if this is
right.
south, north,
Yeah, so east
Yeah.
would be right there.
yep, we would come out.
Nope, still right there.
This is
Still up there.
Up
East.
there.
East.
East.
We're east.
Yeah, to the
That's
right, to the
north.
right,
So-
to the right, right there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
There it is.
That's what I
East.
mean. Is east. So this wall is what I was talking about.
Okay,
Uh,
so
this would be
let's
the south
let's
side,
put it in
right?
perspective here.
So we
Came
came
You
out
guys ran for an hour on
Came out
foot
north.
for an hour,
An hour.
Right. I'm just saying that.
And then
To
we
the
followed
east.
a bird for 3.
and then you followed a bird for 3 north.
Right.
Yes.
So fans kicking himself on multiple fucking levels here. Just one. Should have just used the fucking bowl in the morning and stayed in the goddamn city. Mad at that. 2.
Too
When we
late.
popped out of the city, I thought the intentions were pretty clear that we were going to just go to the north side of the city.
The north side of the city is
That's
an
where the mountain is.
impenetrable, impassable mountain.
I
That's
thought
why
this
it's the
was our
north
whole
side of the
path.
city.
Was we had to leave the city,
We
to
had
go
to go
up
to the
around
mountain, yeah.
to the entrance of the mountain, which would probably
Correct.
be a little farther north than the wall of the
I
city.
thought that's what
I
the
thought
plan
that-
I'm
was.
tracking with Matthew.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm on Matthew's side right now.
The
as
mountain
well.
is north of the city, so
Yes.
It is
you're
far.
asking-
It's not just one mountain.
Correct.
It is a
So
chain
you were
of
asking where the
mountains.
wall of the city is, not necessarily
wall
the
is
entrance
way
of where we're
The
going.
far
mountain met
south
with
of
the,
you.
With the mountains
Right.
from
yeah.
what I
Was our
remember.
goal not to get to the house that was on the north side of the city?
I was not under the
Yes.
impression that you were trying to go to the house.
I didn't know.
I didn't
about
either. I
that.
thought we were going to the
'cause we were-
underground
'cause
thing.
our
I thought you
goal
were
was to get to
searching
the north part of the
for-
city.
Those 5.
But what Fan wanted to
5
do
people.
is he wanted to go the outside of it instead
My
of going through
I
interpretation-
communed with nature twice.
Yes.
The first time I communed with nature, I wrote down that there's a cave with water, it's red, and it's attached to a blue building that's on the north side of the city.
No. Those are both true, but independent of each other.
Okay.
It is
the
not
second time I
attached.
communed with nature, you told me those same 5 creatures that you originally told me were in the cave were in the house.
They are in a subterranean part of the house. After the second point, you have learned that there's a blue house, which you're learning is blue glass, on a citadel structure of the house that is in Ceta-Gatling. There are 5 creatures that are of a similar descent to the creature that you were looking for. Big, big, big space. There is a red lake that has subterranean levels to it, a cave system, if you will, behind it, that is roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of 3-ish or more miles
Right.
away, and you guys have been trekking through distant and far off means to get to that lake, of which you would know from having communed and knowing locale, you're not far from.
Okay,
Right
so
now,
reading
okay.
the DM speak, they're
Right.
connected by a tunnel
So
underneath.
we're miscommunicating.
We are
Yes,
miscommunicating.
we're heading in the right direction. We weren't trying to get to the wall.
Yes. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, we're
but
trying to
I
get
was
to the
still
cave.
trying to track because I figured it was attached to that city. The
Right.
whole time that was in my mind was this.
It is.
If you consider the subterranean
big.
elements,
Because
it
originally
could
our plan was
possibly
to go through the city to get to it, right?
Since it's morning.
Right, but there's two
No.
sides of it, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge area he's talking
Right.
about. So the north entrance is way far north of the south
Okay.
entrance. We just decided to go to the north entrance.
Right.
That was what I thought we were doing the whole time.
That's what I was under the impression of too.
And according to what we just did, I think we're there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was under the impression of too, but I got the vibe that we were a half a day's away.
From the wall.
Yeah, from the
wall.
wall.
Which is what
Okay.
you specifically asked about.
Right.
So we're good. We're
Yeah.
good. We're
I
headed where
don't
we wanna
know.
go.
You guys
This is
keep
just
walking
confused
forward,
as
and
fuck.
there's lots of really
Yeah.
uncomfortable brush and bugs and shit. I don't know.
And chimeras.
And
talking
fucking
about
chimeras. Red water in their pockets. What are you guys doing?
Southwestward.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna.
guys are going southwest?
Whoa.
We're looking for the lake, right? The
Were
river.
we just not told that we were going towards it?
You're going
Yeah.
north right now, and you have seen a creature that you would know to have been a possible creation of your former master, whatever. And you've also noted that this creature is carrying a satchel full of red-ish water.
And it was coming from the west, yes?
You've been traveling north this entire time.
And it came at us from the west.
It came at you from the north. You have there's a wall of like Jesus Christ.
Tell us where to go, Mike.
Yeah.
Go
just
north!
fucking
Go
tell
fucking
us
north!
where.
Go
I'm
north!
going to the lake.
Go north!
Get me there.
Go north! You're going north. The group is going north. The group is going north. The group is going north, and there's a lot of shit, a lot of foliage in your fucking way.
I don't need to ask a question and be told, oh, yeah, city's that way, and be confused. You know where Fan wants to go. Just tell me.
Make an insight check. Fuck.
I will sit down and communicate if I need it.
Oh shit.
The Boontosh is going
Am
to
I
fly.
really making
Oh,
an insight
God.
check?
As you fly up, you can see ahead of you about a mile. There's a lake.
Look at that.
And
About
it's
a mile,
red.
there's a red lake up ahead. That way.
That sounds oddly good.
Strangely specific. Dungeons and Dragons,
God.
folks.
I'm going to use my
Dungeon Forward
rod
with
and
us.
regain that
Play
spell.
it with us. Do you understand where we're going?
Yeah,
We
no.
don't.
He's laughing as hard as
Somebody
we
give me
are
some
right
crayons.
now,
I'm about to
so-
draw a map.
It's gonna
We
be
are
great.
here.
We
We
are
want to go
here.
here.
Stick figures. One stick figure with 4 legs.
Yeah.
And 2 arms. One stick
3
figure
arms.
with a broken
3
heart.
arms.
One with no heart.
Get
I
fucked.
had 3 arms.
No, you got two.
I just
Until
love
this
it
morning.
that Matthew was on cue with you
Oh,
up
right.
until you told him to go.
know.
north.
He's like,
I'm
southwest! I'm like,
We're
wait!
going north again.
Wait!
You're yelling at us for going north, and now we're still going
We're
north.
all, we're
What?
all confused.
You guys went like 12 hours north. Like, wait, so you're yelling at us for going north, and now you're telling us to go north?
No, I'm saying I was
No,
under the
we all get
impression.
it now. I just
God.
needed to relive that and laugh a little bit. I was not the only one.
Those who bring sunshine to the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves.
Yes, that's what I
In
wrote
bed.
down.
Did you seriously
Did I?
just gave me a legend lore from a fortune cookie?
I just about to ask about that.
Is that what just happened?
That he got tonight.
Yeah. That he
With
ate
his
not. That he
stinky
ate not
broccoli.
2 hours
The
ago.
audacity. I didn't even get half of the cookie and I got the fortune.
Well, if you had the ability to love, you know.
I love a fucking cookie.
Anyways, we're on our way to the lake.
It's difficult terrain. It's really fucking hard. You guys are sweaty as
yeah.
fuck. There are bugs biting you, and it's really sucky and shitty as you approach.
As an elephant, I'm going to cover myself with
24
mud,
hours
and
pass.
I'll be good, right?
It takes you about 24 hours to get to the fucking lake. So it's probably about 4 hours to get through this shit.
Okay.
It is a lot.
And
It
we
is
still
slow.
We started at
It is
5
slow.
a.m.
So you guys are probably about 9 hours into the spell as you
Oh, your poor boy.
breach
Fuck.
the exterior. It's very difficult walking in this area. It is not
Are
easy
we
at all.
mountain or coastal
We'll
or
tackle
forest?
middle.
It is
Back, damn it.
technically
We're
a
used to
type of
the wall.
coastal.
The bull of a
I'm
already
not
lost
fever
half my
trained,
hit points.
so it should not be hard for us to get through.
God damn it.
Yeah.
How do you have so many?
The
Yeah.
ranger
So
does
many.
something.
all the
That's
ranger
literally all the
has,
ranger.
man.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
Give
so
me
it takes an
something
hour.
in this class.
6 hours have passed since you cast the spell.
Thank
As you
God.
like pick through, you're easily just hacking through, opening up barrel cactus and drinking from
I'm
them.
literally
And
just
Van's like, that's
holding
poisonous. You're like,
Monaco
fuck
in
you.
front of me.
And you fucking. It's just amazing. It's like a tom-tom of just beautiful.
I gave
She
him
just-
both my scimitars and he's just hacking away as I'm like, yeah. My little weed whacker.
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. As you approach the edge of this, what was a pristine and beautiful and an epic lake,
Yeah, well,
it's
now
now just a
it's
big fucking red lake.
Trail.
Give the ranger what they're good at.
Yeah,
One
exploration.
thing that
The
they're
one
good at.
thing. The one thing. You make it there in less than 6 hours from the day that you started. You find a massive, and I mean massive red lake that it is difficult to see the far side of. You can watch the edge around you that kind of frames the outside of the lake disappear on the horizon as the mountains that butt up against the backside of this lake really create a very picturesque moment that you think, man, I could totally embellish on this now. The strange red fog that seems to settle on the top of this lake definitely lends itself to what you believe would be the reason that this is called Blood Mist Lake.
I drink the water. Just kidding.
I cast
I'm
detect
so
magic.
There is magic all over the place.
Turns into
Some
a
of the
demon.
plants
Reach for the water.
seem to be more influenced by magic than magically inherent themselves. As well as, for the very first time since you've known her, the majority of the scars across her body seem to be alight. As well as the immediate ping of 3 creatures that are staying right behind you. Your weapons at this point have started to bleat in frustration against what is now currently encroaching on your position. As you turn and look, there are these monstrosities, these shambles of what would be humanoid creatures, part goblin,
3 of them.
there are 3 of them. Just a fucking hodgepodge of mystery meat of creatures standing behind you, each one kind of drooling violently at your presence. Their feral eyes seem to burn straight through your soul. And that's where we're going to go ahead and leave off tonight, as we have now entered into the Blood Mist Lake. We'll see what happens next week. Thanks for hanging around and putting up.
How many
It is-
hours are we into the bowl?
Uncomfortably familiar.
He said 6 hours.
You are 6 hours at this point. 6 hours.
15 hours into the bowl?
You are 6 hours into the bowl.
I thought, you changed it after I said my.
Yes, after you.
6 hours into the bowl. Because you fucking have coastal terrain.
Dude,
The one
The
thing
one
Rangers...
thing
No, I know.
Rangers
Rangers
don't
shouldn't be a
have
class.
shit.
Rangers... The reason Rangers suck is because nobody gives
Yeah,
a
they-
fuck about
They have
exploration.
nothing.
So you have to care, and if a player is bold enough, you have to respect them for their decision and give them every now and then the opportunity to fuck everything you just said and do whatever the ranger wants to do.
like I said,
Which
my
is
one
okay.
Thing, my one
It's okay.
Thing.
It's okay.
Money is my thing.
I appreciate you, and I understand. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Dungeon Forge. Thanks
Dungeon
for
Forge. Go
watching.
check them out, guys. They're really
Yeah,
cool.
brah,
I had
totally.
the unique pleasure of painting
Yeah,
a lot of
brah.
their minis, and I have to say it's some of the best minis I've ever seen.
Yeah, and Davy
Better
Jones'
than-
locker is
better
impressive.
Than going down on
On
Davy
Davy
Jones.
Jones.
I'm surprised you could lock that thing up, actually.
But I'd be a shark bait going down to Davy Jones' lockers if I wasn't offered to join him. Anyway,
Apparently not the line.
going down on Davy Jones.
To
was way-
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
Dum-dum-dum.
Hope you guys enjoyed
Dun,
this.
dun,
yelling
dun,
at each
dun,
other.
dun, dun, dun. Oh wow.
Sorry.
Thanks for hanging out. See us next week, 7 o'clock, Tuesday. It's actually, what did I say? It's like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, we'll
GMT?
be doing some giveaway stuff.
It's totally great. Yeah, we got some giveaways coming up. next campaign's coming up. Totally anticipate us taking a sabbatical for a little while after this campaign ends. We said a week, right? I think we talked about having a week off.
Oh, I thought that was because we were going to do certain things and now we're not going to do. But if we want a week off.
No, I think it's literally just a vacation.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Coming
Yeah,
soon
okay,
to a
different
theater near
vacation
you.
Instead of one shot.
Thanks for hanging out with us,
Vacation.
guys.
Yeah, have a good
Thanks for
one.
hanging out. Have a good night.
Bye.